Welcome to Game Crunch Game of the Year 2025. With Brandon.
I balls my Boston for this. Let's make it a good one.
With Nick.
You had 12 months to play the game. You could have.
And Mike.
He's not selling it, so no, that's a no.
There are many great games, but there can only be one. There can only be one Game of the Year. Welcome to Game Crunch, your weekly video game podcast. Game of the Year 2025.
The finale.
Yeah, the finale. The penultimate moment. What do we got here today? We got Nick.
Hello.
And we got Brandon.
Hi.
We're here talking about games and things.
Games and things.
And game of the year,
Just
obviously.
games today.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It should just be games today. If we don't, something's wrong.
I will say this, and this is also going to date the episode. I
Mhm.
played High Guard today.
You know what's funny? I wanted to play High Guard, and then it wanted me to edit my bios, and I was like, actually, I don't care enough.
It took me like 2 minutes to do that, but also it wasn't worth it. Anyway, moving on.
I really like the Jeff Keighley thing that he sent out. I think it was yesterday or 2
You'll
days
be
ago.
Yeah.
sorry.
In 48 hours, I expect an apology.
Yeah.
Today he posted
The apology.
no, he posted a thing that said, "So how's everybody liking High Guard?" And it just had that image from the Disney movie where all the swords are pointed at the guy, the fucking meme image. That was the picture he posted. It's really good.
Oh, Jeff.
Jeff Keighley actually is a gamer though, and I think this confirmed it, because only an actual gamer can be so passionate about something that they hype up the most mid bullshit ever.
I've always been told, and so I think I've told you this before, maybe over the years, but when I was at GameStop, Jeff Keighley would always come to our conferences while we were there.
I thought you said come to your games. I thought you were going to say, like, come to your GameStop.
No, never. At least as far as I know, he's never been to our GameStop, but he would come to the GameStop conferences all the time. And one of the guys that I had worked with in the group, I guess he had met Keighley a couple times, not like friends, but like, acquaintances or kind of, whatever meetups. But I guess he chatted with him, and that was his takeaway. He's like, Keighley's very passionate about games. He's a big gamer. He's got like a huge collection of, different memorabilia from, his decades in games. Like he is like his passion. It's truly where it is. But, also we were kind of like, and sometimes it's misguided. And you definitely can see it, with stuff like the Video Game Awards. Like, I don't think he comes from a place of malice. I actually don't even think he really comes from a place of like, let's, manipulate gamers and make all this money. Like, I think it's really like, hey, I want to do something great for the gamers and really make some positive impact on the industry. But I just think that he just has like some...
Bro got too lost in his own sauce.
Exactly.
I will say this in a way, and I have the credentials to back this up because of the amounts of just things that I own and collect.
Mhm.
I think the man just has extreme autism and doesn't doesn't know how to gauge the room. You know what I mean? So he's like, this is the greatest thing I've ever
it's
seen.
totally
It's a new
possible,
game.
because if you look at him, he has the tics for it,
And I am a card carrying member, so don't cancel me. But
aren't most people at this point? I mean,
yeah,
honestly. No, I meant have some form of extreme autism.
Oh yeah, no,
Probably.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can see it too, honestly.
I will say though, in his defense, everyone's like shitting all over the game. I don't think the game's bad. I just think it's a mess, and it wasn't ready to be put out. Because it's like 3v3, but the maps are like the size of the fucking World of Warcraft map for the first continent. And you're just like, okay, cool, I guess. And it's like, how am I going to fight 3 people when there are like 20 different outposts between me and their base? It feels like a MOBA, but there's no creeps, and the map is fucking huge. It's like the average size of a single Battlefield map, like per level. And it's just like, yeah, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Nothing smart.
Yeah, and it's not only that, but it's like, there's different phases. Like, you get to reinforce your base to start the game and like do like Rainbow Six Siege stuff where you like plant out things on like where your walls are being reinforced and everything. And it's a good idea, but it doesn't work in practice. You literally can shred through them like paper mache if they're not reinforced, and if they are reinforced, it's like a slightly more expensive dinner plate, and it doesn't take anything to destroy them. So it's like, what was the fucking point of that? That was such a waste of time. And then the maps are so huge that it's like, okay, cool, I guess. And you have to go around and gather resources. And it's not a battle royale. It's not an extraction shooter. It's not even a hero shooter. It's like a mess, but it's not even bad. It has a really good idea and it has really interesting world, but just nothing there clicks. So, yeah. All right. That's all I wanted to say about Highguard.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's good. All right. Ready to get into Game of the Year?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. So, listeners, this is our final Game of the Year episode. So we have two things that we got to do for you. Big thing is we have to do our podcast top 10 list.
Yay!
So we're gonna all put out some games together. We're gonna arrange them in a top 10. Unlike the other categories in the podcast, this Game of the Year category does require full consent. So we all have to be in agreement. There's not like majority rules. Like everyone's gonna be like, "Yep, this is what we want." So that's the first piece. I don't expect any big spoilers in this section, but it is possible. And if there is, we'll warn you. But I would not expect anything greater than mild spoilers. And the second piece, we talk about our own top 10 lists. So obviously this can differ a bit between that. We all kind of have different criteria that we use to make our top 10 lists. But yeah, that's the plan. So, all right, ready to get into it?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So for the order for this year, I decided I was going to ask Nick to pick the order because I feel like I always just randomly be like, "Oh, someone start," and I feel like Nick can decide. You can do whatever you want. You want to go first? You want to go last?
Yeah.
You want to do some random order? Whatever. But you can do whatever order you want.
I ain't picking the order. I'll tell you that much. But I'll go first. I'll throw it up first. I'm gonna put up Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Okay.
Who do you want to pass it to next, Nick? This will
Brandon.
decide. Okay, all right.
I'm gonna go
Mike
last.
Okay, well, for Nick, I would like to put up Kirby's Air Riders.
Oh, by the way, Brandon, they must have been hearing us. Small side note, because you can game share Kirby Air Riders now.
Oh, interesting.
So as long as you're in the chat with me, I can game share it to you and you can play it.
Yeah, but you don't need to because I bought it last week.
Well, there we go.
Did you really buy it last week?
I did. This game's so fucking good.
I told you.
You're right.
I told you.
You're right. You're fucking right.
If I
dude.
could, I'd jump up like a dude from Maury Povich who just got told I wasn't the father.
Bro, I want to high five you. This game's fucking
This
sick.
game rips, dude. Yes,
dude. It's Power Stone with vehicles, and I love it.
Yes, it's so good. Hell yeah.
Let's see. What will I put in for mine? I will do Pokemon Legends.
Okay.
All right, Nick, back to you.
Back to me. I'm gonna put Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
I like that game too.
No, I didn't talk about it much on the actual podcast. I actually didn't get a good chance. I played a little bit of it when it first came out, and I actually got into a good chunk of it this weekend just because I had nowhere to go because I was snowed in. That game rips and is better than Mario Kart World in every single way.
I beta tested it, and then I played like 6 hours after release. It's good.
Super good. Yeah, super good.
It is better than Mario Kart World in every way. You're not even wrong.
All right. Brandon.
Hi. So for me, I'm gonna put forward one of my favorite games. I'm gonna put up Mega Bonk. Which I don't know how many people played this, but it was really good, and it was kind of a runaway hit.
I'll put Metroid Prime 4.
Okay.
Very good.
All right, Nick, back to you.
Not one I've played this game, but not in this form. But I will throw it up there. Tactics: Evilist Chronicles.
Final Fantasy.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics. Wait, so you haven't played the remake?
I haven't played the remake, but I love Final Fantasy Tactics.
Really should.
It's on my to do. I have way too many things to get into right now, including a new expansion of a game that I've been playing that I will mention in my honorable mentions.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think of what that could be.
I don't know if you'll guess it, actually.
Yeah, I don't think I will either.
It'll make sense once I tell you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Brandon, I think that's back to you then.
Silent Hill F.
Okay.
Okay, that was quick.
It's gonna take me longer to figure out how to change this fucking color than it is to.
How about I just do this for you, right? Final Fantasy
Yes.
Tactics the default. There we go. That should be good. And then you can just delete this shit.
Okay. Except you spelled it wrong. That's what I was trying to avoid.
Oh, did I? What? I thought I wrote it right. I thought I was writing exactly what it said.
No, that's why I copied and pasted it from the thing.
Fuck.
All right. That's okay.
Oh, wait. I missed 2 S's? Is that what I did? Okay.
Yeah. Maybe your S button's broken.
It's possible.
Your
because
keyboard
that
has a
happens.
lisp.
Well, no, it actually happens when my batteries are dying.
Civ 7. I'll just throw it on there.
You never put Silent Hill F on the list.
You're right. I was too busy with Final Fantasy.
That's okay.
Civ
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going.
What did Nick say?
I was saying Civ 7. Like 6, 7. You're too old for it. I get it.
No, I
hate it too. I hate it.
There was one page that I saw the other day where I was like, well, what's the time frame for your surgery? And they're like, well, my surgery is going to be in 6 to 7 weeks. And then they said it's going to be like it was 6 to 7 days. And it was 6 to 7 weeks of recovery. And then 6 to 7 months for something else. And I was like, oh, okay. And it was true. I looked at his doctor's note and it was literally like that. 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Did you put your hands up and just move them around?
Frantically.
The person that I was talking to was double my age. So if you all didn't think I was going to know this, he definitely was not.
That's fair.
All right. Nick, back to you.
This is my last one, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes.
Fuck. I don't know. Let me see. Let me look at my list. Let me look at what I've written down here. I know I was just talking shit on it. I'll just throw it on there just for shits and giggles. Mario Kart World.
All right. Brandon.
Someone's got to fill out the bottom too, you know what
I mean? I'm not going to get this one by Nick, but I'm going to still put it up. So I apologize, Nick. Don't give me a gigantic tirade.
No, you're fine.
Our creators.
All right.
I could have put a different game up there, actually. Oh, whatever. It's fine.
Why? What other game did you want?
I would just say Battlefield 6 was really good, too.
Oh. I mean, I can
like
go Battlefield.
A week before they fucked it.
Yes.
But that's like the same problem that happens with Call of Duty and Battlefield whenever they release.
Here, Nick, I'll give you my choice. I'll put in Battlefield 6 for you.
Oh, yeah, that's so nice of you.
That was him saying, I don't have anything else.
Nothing else that I would want to fight for. So, all right. So, okay. So, yeah, so that's where we are.
That's a crazy list. What the fuck?
So, listeners, just to kind of read back down this list for you so you can kind of keep up mentally. The kind of list that we have to rearrange now consists of Donkey Kong Bonanza, Kirby Air Riders, Pokemon Legends ZA, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, Megabog, Metroid Prime 4, Final Fantasy Tactics, The Evilist Chronicles, Silent Hill F, Civilization 7, Mario Kart World, Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6. So there we are. All right, now we got to knock it down to 10 and rearrange them the way that we want.
I see the first 2 that are on this list, and I think they deserve to be exactly where they're at.
I'll just leave Donkey Kong Bonanza and Kirby Air Riders at the top.
Honestly, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either, honestly.
Those are the best two Switch 2 games you can buy.
I will throw them in tentatively in the spots up here. So we'll do that. That is where they are right now.
So glad my peer pressure worked when you bought Kirby.
The thing is, I didn't realize just how much content there was in the game until I looked it up. Because
have you ever heard of Sakurai before? Jesus Christ, Brandon.
Brother, man, there are like 700 different unlockables just for playing the damn game. That's impressive.
Have you built or experienced Gigantus yet?
No. I've been doing a lot of the road trip mode to experience a little bit of everything so I can understand better before going into the online and whatnot.
Okay.
So that's taken a lot of my time so I can fully understand the mechanics of the game and the gameplay and how it works better before hopping in and getting my ass beaten by somebody that's been playing for 300 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I have a tentative request for 3, and I don't know if people would be okay with it, but I think Silent Hill F is a fucking masterpiece.
Don't everybody jump at once.
I know.
I was looking over the list, and obviously this isn't the final. We're just throwing things up on the wall here, and then we're actually going to see what it looks like and kind of adjust stuff around.
Yeah.
From what you've talked about with Silent Hill, Brandon.
Yeah.
And like from the things that I've played, I don't really see anything that would jump out at me as clearly deserving as 3, as much as Silent Hill F would be. Because I definitely want like Prime 4 in the top 5, but
that's fine. It can be 5.
Like it could be 5, honestly.
Yeah.
But like I know Mario Kart World, if it makes the list, will be bottom 10.
I have an extremely hot take for this list. I've got the whole thing in my head already.
Okay.
Especially for the bottom ones.
I was gonna say, anyway. What do you feel like, Mike? What's your brain telling you?
I think Mario Kart World for sure. Then Battlefield's the other one I look at and be like, oh, well, if we drop those 2 off the list, then that would make 10. But I'll let you at least fight for Battlefield if you want to, or Mario Kart if you want to. But I would say those are probably the 2 lowest ones to me on the list.
Yeah, honestly, they are. I like Battlefield for the multiplayer. I haven't touched a lick of anything else.
I just want to hear your defense for Civilization 7 when everyone fucking hates it. That's what I want to hear.
You've heard me defend it so many times.
I know, but Nick hasn't been here during this, so let's just give him a quick refresher.
And what things do you think that people hate that they need that I need to?
Well, I guess just so I know, because obviously I know that's like.
I'm going to talk about it, but
I know that's your game.
I just.
But like, what's the Civ controversy that I don't? Is it
basically that it's gotten so far away from 5 that it feels almost like a mobile game at this point. It's so dumbed down that it's not even really Civ anymore. Is the things I hear so often thrown around for Civ 7.
So usually the complaints that I see online are usually more so that
I was gonna say that lack of content, but yeah.
Not even really lack of content. It's more like lack of information. And again, I think I've talked about it in the podcast. I think it's one of those things that like if you are not like the most hardcore of hardcore Civ 7 people, you won't even fucking notice.
You mean
because
Civ
a lot of
people, not just Civ 7.
Oh yeah, I mean Civ 7 people, Civ any of those people. It's the community is just it's very toxic, and they are just like, oh, 6 is so much better. I mean, yeah, 6 has been around for like 10 years and has had like, it's kind of the same problem with like Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart World in some ways, where it's like, the previous game had been around for so long, has had 2 full expansions, and then all these extra content drops. That Civ 7 just looks like pitiful in comparison. But they made, for me, I think they made some great changes to the core gameplay. I really like the way that the maps kind of organically spread in this one. It's a lot more what's the word I'm looking for? Like I said, organic, I think is how I would describe it, but
Natural?
also natural, but also I think there's a lot more like tactics to it too, because you can really direct the spread of those towns or your cities a lot easier.
Okay.
Especially because the game doesn't require builders anymore. It's really about population size and some other mechanics. So there's that. I do really like the mission structures that they have set up in the ages. There is some what was I going to say? Some people do have some issues with the ages as they exist, but they make a lot of sense, because otherwise what happens with Civilization, if you're looking at multiplayer or even just single player versus a computer, when one person takes the lead like early, that's pretty much the end of the game. You just steamroll to the end, kind of like with Monopoly. They're like, all right, well, you just keep on, you're doing really well, and it just kind of creates this feedback loop that keeps you doing very well and keeps people doing shitty. So that's kind of what the age systems do. It kind of
can I ask a
resets
question
that.
about that?
Yeah.
Because like I'm an old Civ 5 player, and that wasn't like how it was with Civ 5, in my opinion. That was not how it was with in stage Civ 5. Was that a big staple of Civ 6? Out of curiosity, I did skip 6. I will say that, and I've also skipped 7 so far. So I'm asking, is this something you experienced with Civ 6 and beforehand? And
it's a common complaint across all of the games.
Okay.
And it's not the beginning of the game that's the issue, because it's still, things are pretty even. It's usually about halfway to the end, where people are kind of locked into their game at that point, and it's either you made the right decisions or you made the wrong decisions, and you're fucked. You might be like, you could probably have competitive games where you have a couple people near the top, but you're still going to have people that are just so steamrolled down to the bottom, they're never going to get out of it. So that's kind of what the goal of the ages is, kind of like a soft reset for everyone, so that, they do still keep some advantages that they had built up, but not enough to be necessarily detrimental to the rest of the game.
Okay.
Granted, that is kind of, there are people who are going to like it one way or another, so it's more personal preference. I think that this is a better way, but that is each their own, kind of that one. So it's that sort of thing. There's definitely still some tweaks that this game needs. Like, there are some sections like what is it? I think it's like is it economics? Is that what it is? Or science? Oh yeah, science. Like science victory, I think, in the whatever the Middle Ages. I can't think of what it's called right now. It's kind of weird, and it just really doesn't make sense, and it's not really easy, at least to me, to plan out for. So like, yeah, there's some things that could be made better, and those are things that are addressed. But like I said, really, Civ 6 was not a great game until the first expansion. Civ 7, I think, is much more enjoyable at a comparable point in time. Like, I think that the first, like, honestly, if you even just play Civ 7 from the start of time to the end of the first age, it's like an incredible experience. But the later ages are not maybe as refined. But I really enjoy this game. I think that this was probably one of my favorite ones. The other thing that people don't really like about this one too is that, unlike the other Civilization games, and I think this is actually one of the bigger catches for some people, the other ones you'd be like, I'm gonna be the Romans, and then you play from the Romans from the beginning to the end. This one, it's like, I'm gonna start as the Romans and Augustus, and then at the end of the first age, they're like, well, you're still Augustus, but you're not the Romans anymore. Now who do you want to be? We're in a different age now. They didn't exist. So then you have to change like your civilization, but your main character, Augustus, is still the same. I honestly think they probably should have flip-flopped it and been like, okay, well, you're going to be the Romans this whole time, and we kind of, change your main character, your mascot character, but to each their own. But I think it runs really smooth. I think the console controls, I think, play really well. The content stuff that they have put out, they've actually made some pretty significant improvements to this game since launch. I would even say the community is definitely turned around on this game. Not fully, but they're definitely far more optimistic and hopeful for this game than they were at launch. I've been pretty high on this whole time, but a lot of their complaints, like I said, they really wanted to be Civ 6, and this is not. This is Civ 7. There's definitely a difference in terms of how they're trying to approach it and how they're trying to do it. But yeah, I think it's a lot of fun, and I don't agree with the mobile comparison at all. Really, I think this is At least technically in terms of stuff that's going on, at least as complex as Civ 6. Actually, more complex than Civ 6 was at launch. Granted, though, Netflix gave you the full version of Civ 6 on your phone if you really wanted it at some point too, not that long ago. So, mobile games really kind of bending the definition a lot these days too. But yeah, so there's my take on Civ 7. I don't think it's the strongest thing on this list. I honestly would not even fight you if you were like, get it off. I'd rather have Battlefield 6 or Mario Kart World.
I was going to say,
Mhm.
would you be opposed to dropping Civ 7 and keeping Mario Kart World on this list? In the lower end of the numbers here, as opposed to the higher end, so like the bottom 5. Would you be opposed to that? I'll even drop Battlefield 6 if you wanted, and keep Civ 7 in the bottom.
Hey, Mike, if you get rid of Civ 7, I'll let you drop the other game that you put on this list. Wow, Brandon, you're so generous.
I didn't think you wanted actually.
You know what? How about we keep Civ 7 on the list?
6?
No, I didn't. But I'm the one who put it on this list, so don't tell me to get it the fuck off.
Okay, fine. I was just trying. My trade-off was dropping Battlefield 6 and keeping Civ 7.
Well, that was trade off one of your own games if you want to negotiate. Don't negotiate with one of my own games.
No, my games are good.
Sure.
Nick's just sitting here like, well.
I'll be so real with you. I don't understand. My brain can't really fathom how we can get so many Civ games because like after a while, I'm like, isn't it just the same thing? But
it's like a board game refresh, Nick. I think that's the easiest way to.
Right.
Yeah, that really is the best way to do it. It's kind of like it's the same general idea, but the mechanics and how you advance through it changes.
And the art style and that sort of thing. Yeah, they make a little here or there.
They'll do like a whole narrator. It's kind of like they give it a fresh skin, but they also give it some fresh mechanics.
How many versions of Ticket to Ride can you have? You know, it's kind of like that. It's the same.
Yeah, or Settlers of Catan.
Exactly.
Or
that's fair.
But this one in particular, the big changes from the previous one are the introduction of the ages, where there's kind of the 3 different sections, the separation of the civilizations and their leaders. Those are the big ones. And then, like I said, there's a bunch of different mechanic differences, but really at the end of the day, it's still like, hey, you're going out and you're getting culture and you're getting science and you're investing in these technologies and that kind of stuff. So, it's actually interesting. They actually, was it GDC where they did a thing where they talked about like there are some every time that they go into civilization and starting a new one, they're like, okay, here's the mechanics we introduced that we want to carry over. Here's the things that we may save and tweak, and then here's the things that we go away. And they're like, they kind of come to that fresh each time is kind of what their goal is. So, yeah. So there's that. But like I said, I will throw it off the list. I'm fine with it. I know I'm the only one who really has any stance on this one, and it's probably not the strongest game on this list for sure. So. But I don't need some bullshit trade of my own game to get it off the list.
What? How about you drop your game to drop your other game?
Yeah.
And then we keep everything that I put up.
Actually. And maybe put the rest of your games at the bottom of the list while we're at it.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Hey, you can't argue with what I said though. My games are good. Oh, listen, I'm clearly just fucking around with you, obviously. It's fun. It's fun. You know it's fun. It's funny. You come on.
We're having fun.
We're having fun.
So much fun. You will appreciate the fun or it will continue. Yeah, so I'll at least shift that so it's down on the tentative drop there on the bottom end of what's there. All right, and I'll tentatively put Mario Kart World at least at 10. We'll see where that flies later. So there's that. Metroid Prime 4, I'll tentatively put
5?
Around 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
so
good.
Let's see where that is there.
What about Silent Hill F? When we were talking about it, I don't know if you guys will give it to me. 4, maybe? It have to be top 3.
It has its grade right in the name, Brandon. F. So,
Damn.
So 6.
I fear he ate you up.
F minus.
So 8th. Oh, you're just okay. I got it. I see.
He's just adding to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see. I mean, once you get to play Silent Hill F on your Switch 2, like next year, you're gonna be like, damn, this is really good. I already foresee it. It's coming.
Damn, that
I
would
might
be
even
fun.
buy it. I don't have any interest in this game. I've never been big into Silent Hill, so I probably will not. Actually,
You don't like
Such a
spooky.
shame.
You don't like spooky.
Such a shame.
yes, but that's where we are. All right. Is there anything that we feel really well? I know Brandon obviously feels strongly about Silent Hill in the top half. Anything else we feel strongly about, kind of one direction or another? Oh man,
Arc Raiders being on this list. Don't care where. I literally don't care where. Just being on the list.
It's okay. Marathon will take over this year, and Arc Raiders will be a thing of the past.
Hey, it's possible. I mean, I did beta test Marathon.
or Jeff Keighley's game. That could be.
That's true.
Yes, it only lost 75,000 players in one day.
I think the interesting thing is people were like, they're like, it's not a bad game, but they're like, there's just so many better games in this.
That's literally
genre.
what I was saying. That's literally what I was saying. But also, this genre's whoever said this genre is an idiot because it's its own genre. It's very much so its own thing, but it's just a mess more so than anything. That's what I was explaining earlier.
No, I know. I heard you. I can't remember what games they compared it to.
I said it's like Apex Legends mixed with Rainbow Six Siege, and it's just like a huge open world like Battlefield. That's what I was explaining.
Yeah, I remember the big open world thing. All right. Anyways.
Okay, hold on. Let me just ask this, all right? Before it gets voted off by everyone. Has anyone seen Megabonk? Has anyone played Megabonk other than me?
I've seen it. I've not played it.
Okay. Nick?
I thought you showed it to us one of the last episodes.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was playing it, I thought. Like on stream, where you guys could watch me. I don't remember.
No. I do not recall.
I don't have an answer from Nick either.
No, I haven't seen it.
You have. It's called Vampire Survivors.
No, it's Risk of Rain and Vampire Survivors in 3D. It's really good. It's really good.
I mean, the good news is there's Vampire Survivors in 3D coming this year.
Nope, that's a card game.
It's also in 3D and Vampire Survivors.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Not a lie.
Oh, you mean the VR one? That came out last year. I already have.
No. The first-person one with the cards.
Yeah, that's a
Vampire Crawlers
card game. Yeah, that game's
but it's
awesome.
first person.
Yeah, it's true. Did you see that it has a demo that's coming out in February?
I did. I will be on that.
Same. Anyway, we should get back to what I was saying.
Okay.
The only thing on this list, aside from Silent Hill F, that I actually want, that I will be like, hey, can we please have this on here, is Arc Raiders and Silent Hill F. That's it. Those are the only two I want. Anything else you guys want to do? Just do it.
Let's see.
I guess where do you feel Pokemon Legends ZA lies? Because I don't feel like it lies. It's definitely not in the top 5.
Well, what would you want to put in the top 5?
Over ZA?
Yeah.
Probably anything on this list.
Yeah, honestly. ZA,
and
I don't want to 7 or 9.
I don't want to say. I was gonna say 8 or 7. I don't want to be like I'm a ZA hater because it's a fun game. Don't get me wrong. I do like it, but like compare it to like Arceus.
Yeah, Arceus was really good.
So like I would say either 7 or 8 spot for ZA.
No, I get that. But what do you want in the top half?
So as it stands right now, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Kirby Air Riders. I would put. I'm okay with Silent Hill F being 3, and then
you don't have to rank them, but Metroid Prime 4 is kind of hovering around the middle half right now.
I think that's perfect where it's at. Honestly, I think Metroid Prime 4, medium of the list, medium ground. You know what I mean? Like it's. I think that's solid.
It's earned its spot.
Yeah. And I guess I'd probably put Tactics up in the top 5 as well.
I mean, Brandon's the only one that played it, right?
Technically.
Technically.
I mean, I played the original, but I mean.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it's a remake. It's a really good remake, but it's a remake. Like that's my
Also
main
fair.
thing about it. So
That's
honestly,
fair too.
I
can
would
see.
probably do 6 or 7 for Tactics.
Okay.
I mean,
I would-
Crossworlds, is that strong enough to be in the top
I
half?
would sooner put Crossworlds at 4 than I would Tactics.
I could agree with Crossworlds being in the top 5. It is a really fun game. There's a lot of
Technically,
good
I'd
content
also put Arc Raiders up there, but that ain't happening. No one's gonna give me that.
No, I ain't giving you that. I for sure as hell ain't giving you that. Well, Brandon, if you drop Megabonk and Silent Hill F,
No, absolutely not. I'll die on the Silent Hill F train.
So what? Silent Hill for 3, Sonic Racing Crossworlds for 4.
I like
I'm
those.
okay with that.
I do
Yeah,
like
that.
those. I do like those.
Why?
Why?
Why? Okay.
You got to be able to justify the rank.
Okay. Silent Hill F is a incredibly good new direction for Silent Hill that makes sense, works incredibly well, and is a very interesting concept that hasn't been approached in this game series before. It's very good, it has a really good story, and a very different way of approaching the idea of Silent Hill. It's the kind of game that I see becoming a cult classic that people will end up loving several years from now. But right now, we've got too many fucking grifters online that say, "Oh no, woman in game, it bad automatically," and then just make some bullshit up. But later on, when people wake up and stop being fucking sheep, they'll realize that this game is a fucking masterpiece.
Wake up, sheeple.
I'm sorry. It's true. It's absolutely true. Every single bullshit grifter account is like, game bad because female. And that's like what they do right now. And it's ruining so many games.
Well, it's either
shut the fuck up.
Game bad because female I can't goon to, or game good because female I can goon to.
Well, not even that. They've now just turned to, another game with a woman in it. And it's just like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but like,
even if they can, they've turned to that now. Like they've kind of their mask has slipped.
I feel like I didn't hear that for Stellar Blade. They were just like, ooh.
Yeah, but Stellar Blade was really good, and none of them actually played the damn game.
Fair.
I don't know. At least from what I'm seeing here, it looks like people are complaining more about the combat mechanics.
They're complaining that there are combat mechanics in the game, but the combat actually is a very integral part of this game. That's why I'm saying it's very different than what you see in other Silent Hill games because of the way the combat works.
Is it too far different?
No, I don't think
Silent Hill's never really been like a combat game.
Yes and no. Silent Hill 2 has never really been a combat game. Silent Hill 3 and 1 and 4 definitely have. Silent Hill Homecoming definitely was. Silent Hill Downpour, it absolutely was. All of those had those things. But let me finish.
I was going to say the one Silent Hill game that I did play did not. I can't think of what it's called now. The Wii one.
Oh, that's a remake of the first one. That's a remake of the
but that didn't really have
You're correct.
significant combat. Yeah.
You're correct. That is Silent Hill Chronicles? Oh man, I can't remember what it is. But anyway,
it's like Fractured Memories.
Fractured Memories. You're right. Fractured Memories. 100% Fractured Memories. That's a really good Silent Hill also. That's following again the playbook that was laid out by the original Silent Hill game, which is why it is doing that. Silent Hill 1 and 2 were a lot more horror than just survival horror, but Silent Hill 3 kind of started becoming more survival horror, and it was a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Metaphors in that game for different. Man, I don't want to spoil Silent Hill 3, but you're about to make me. Anyway, I'll just say the same metaphors for Silent Hill 3, where they go through the life of a female in the United States, quote unquote, and what their life is like and their hardships, and link them together to create what is Silent Hill 3, is the same metaphors that they kind of go through with the combat of Silent Hill F, but in 1960s Japan, during the ages where people were being forced to marry by their own parents, and they would choose their husband for them and that sort of thing, and like they were seen as objects. And that's kind of a big part of the actual plot of the game, and the combat plays into that because it's about trying to break that tradition. So the combat is a big integral part to it because of the fact that it works alongside the actual story beats of the game and the plot of it. And I think that's what makes it so interesting and what it makes it so different, while still being their own personal hell, their own Silent Hill, their own that sort of thing. And I think a lot of people that like Silent Hill don't understand Silent Hill, or like Nick has said and like I have said, they're really excited to play their first Silent Hill game eventually and not just watch 3-hour documentaries that they saw on YouTube about it. And they don't actually play the fucking games to understand that this is Silent Hill. This is a evolution of the series while still going backwards in time and having a different point of view of how it can be constructed, essentially.
Okay.
I'm trying my best not to spoil a lot, and it's really hard to dance around that while still explaining it.
Well, I mean, I think
I did an okay job, at least here.
Yeah, I mean, I think really what I'm looking for is kind of the same thing that you asked me for Civ 7 is,
yes,
obviously the fan reaction to this game
the fan reaction
very critical.
Is very
so
critical.
why does this game deserve to be on this list versus what the general reception is?
You know what? I've got you.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the fan reaction are from people that have played one specific Silent Hill, or they think this is what Silent Hill is and doesn't get the bigger picture of the actual series and franchise as a whole. So it's like if you were to be like, hey, I'm a fan of Persona, why aren't the people in Persona 4 shooting themselves in the head like in Persona 3? And that's kind of the problem we're having here with Silent Hill F. They're taking what they know about Silent Hill 2 or Silent Hill this, that, and the other that is a specific thing for that character, and not looking at the overarching point of Silent Hill, which is Silent Hill is the hell individual people go through.
Yes.
It's not just one big town. It's not just, oh, this is this person, so we should have everyone else's Silent Hill be the same as this person. That literally defeats the purpose of Silent Hill. That's not how that works. And you see that in something like Silent Hill 2 with James's story, and you see that in Silent Hill 1 with Harry's story as well. You see how Silent Hill is different, and their town that they're in is the same, like, general Silent Hill as each other, but that's because of the location of it and the characters and their story kind of intersecting. The same with 3, because Silent Hill 3 is a sequel to Silent Hill 1, and that's the reason why that happens there. But the whole series as a whole is about individualism and individual characters and their hardships that they go through. And the hardship that this character is going through can't really be told without the combat that is required in this game. And a lot of the combat is to show breaking away from those chains and breaking out of that toxic loop of the way that 1960s Japan was, with like arranged marriages and with the way they treated a lot of women there in the 1960s. And the combat here is so different and so like more visceral because of the fact that the actual problem that you are solving with said combat is a lot bigger of a challenge to tackle than just, I murdered my wife, I lost my daughter, maybe my daughter never existed in the first place. That sort of thing. And the problem here is quite literally the historical like issues that Japan as a whole and other countries as a whole had when it came to how they treated these these people. And in this game, this character. And I think that's the easiest way I can explain it, and the reason why it is so important and why people just don't seem to get that. and why a lot of the reception is generally kind of mixed, because people are like stuck on their one version of Silent Hill that they liked, and not realizing that the themes of Silent Hill and what makes a Silent Hill game is right here in this game, and is told differently while still being the same general series.
Do you think, though, and I don't know the answer for this,
Yeah,
and I'm not
ask your
trying to
questions.
tease for anything in particular.
Absolutely.
I'm just looking at some of the commentaries that people have. But the other most common, so aside from the comment, the other most common complaint I see about the game is that it lost its psychological horror elements.
No, I do not.
That's
and
wild. For somebody to say that, they haven't played it. That's wild.
Yeah, that's what I feel like as well, Nick. I would say,
Nick, this is like it's actually, aside from the combat, I would say it's the number 2 most common complaint for this game.
I guess to give Brandon a second, I was gonna say, so like Silent Hill, when you brought up Persona, it's actually a good kind of like explanation of like, imagine if you played Persona and every person's palace was the same. The palaces in Persona are a representation of what that particular character went through. Same thing as Silent Hill. Like, Silent Hill isn't so much a location you can go to, rather something that the character uniquely experiences.
Yeah.
And the creator came out and kind of said that, and that went over people's heads a little bit, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, you know that meme of like, it's the person sitting down and like they're staring directly at the screen, they're like, ooh, spooky game, and like there's like the point going over their head that they're missing, and what they're missing is that, I mean, I've seen a lot of Silent Hill F, and obviously I'm going off of what Brandon has said, but the point of Silent Hill games in general is psychological horror, and because it's not being done in a way that they're accustomed to, they're complaining about it, whereas it's just a different version of the same thing.
Correct.
Yeah, but there's definitely, psychological horror does take a little bit of nuance. So
yeah,
I mean, you could still have a lot of the things that you mentioned, like you can have your own personal palaces, you could have your own personal horrors, you could even have the action combat. But if the story is not presented in a way that, you know, kind of is trying to do things more psychologically as opposed to just being scary, I mean, that is a very difficult line to kind of do well sometimes. Psychological horror is really, it takes a lot more thought than just being like, oh, scary things.
Yes. And I think that's the thing. I think this game actually put a lot more thought into it, and people are like, oh, it's not just, ooh, scary things, so I don't like it. And that's where the backlash is coming from. There's actually a lot of thought put into the psychological horror of this Silent Hill, more so than many of the other games that I think will be looked back on and seen as a triumph when people can finally get their head out of their own ass and realize that. I do think that a lot of people that really enjoy this game are seeing it for what it actually is, and other people are stuck in the past of what the series has been, and they're like, it's not just, ooh, scary jump scare, ooh, I'm so scared, ooh, bobblehead nurses, ooh, so spooky, ooh. It's not just that. It's a lot more of the psychological horror, like having someone that you think is your friend completely turn on you and absolutely just shove you down a flight of stairs in an attempt to kill you because they're jealous of you. It's like, why did that person do that? What is going on with this person? Why did this happen? Why did it happen so suddenly? What's going on with this person's family? What happened? Why did this doctor do this thing to this person? Why are there so many weird elements to it? You know, you got the fog that comes in, but you also have in this game, you have like the spores, you have like the flowers, you have like all this other elements to it that all have their own background and meanings for why they exist. But you also have the absolute rage that takes over your character at points where they do get to finally break away from these moments where they had, like, they were kind of paralyzed by the fear that they were dealing with up until that point, but eventually you can break out of it, and then that's where that combat comes in. But you, throughout the entire game, are pushing through with this form of combat that's much more visceral because you're trying to break out of this. So whereas the combat is super visceral and a lot more, you know, punchy and feels a lot more like aggressive than what you're used to in past Silent Hill games. The actual horrors that are here and the things that you see are a lot more psychological. You have entire moments where you're dealing with characters that may have ended themselves because of the psychological torment brought on by other human beings, and that you read about it and you see what happens, but then you see how that character is presented as the amalgamation of that fear and of that torment that they went through in their school and in the bullying that came with it and everything. You see how people's standings in society are different, and their fears that came from that, and what it caused their character to become, and the monster that they are represented by in this game. And you see all of that. You see how people fear not only these horrible monsters, but a movement that's trying to move forward and like advance society, but they're stuck in their own historical ways to the point where it's such a tradition to do this thing that they're afraid to break out of it. But you, the person that's playing as this character, has to put that behind you. And where you see all these other people going through their psychological torment as you're going through this town, and you read about it and you find out about all this stuff, you have to keep progressing forward, and you have to actually break out of the loop that they could not, that caused them to become these monsters, that caused them to have these fears that manifested this world around them. And you are facing your own fears while doing so. And the psychological aspects of all of this come together to create a really interesting and unique world that still fits the motif of every Silent Hill game that we've had up to this, but just with some different forms of combat that feels much more punchy and visceral.
Okay. All right.
I firmly stand by this game being absolutely fantastic.
Okay. All right, Nick.
Yes.
Sonic Racing Crossroads. Why's it got to be in the top half?
So have you played any of the older Sonic racing games, like Transformed or any of that?
Nope.
Transform's a masterpiece.
Perfect. So Transformed is good, but I feel like a lot of the older Sonic racing titles, the two more recent ones that we've got, have sort of been lifeless.
Yep.
In
100%.
terms of Sega representation, and in terms of like level design and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Crossworlds, I feel like, is the first time in a long time that Sega actually has captured the essence of a Sonic racing game and made it something that's uniquely that experience. And I think the Crossworlds mechanic of when you're racing through the level, it changed, like you going through a portal and changing into a different track is really, really cool. I think it's more interesting than kind of how, like, for instance, Mario Kart World does it, where you're just driving from place to place, and more of like a road trip style.
Yeah, it makes more sense, honestly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just like it thematically, like it's really, really cool. And I think too, it kind of, if you want to make this jump with me, I feel like it kind of feeds back into Sonic Frontiers a little bit, where Sonic Frontiers, you're, obviously also doing the same kind of portal jumping, going into different parts of the, what they call it in that game. I don't know why it's Subspace Emissary. It's not that. That's from Smash. But like the cyberspace in Frontiers, where you're jumping through portals for different levels, it kind of harkens back to that, in my opinion, a little bit.
So you can fuck the pain away and leave your bed in ruins, right?
Exactly.
Okay, just checking.
I just think it's a lot more fun. I think it's a bit more punchier for me than Mario Kart World was this year. I think it feels tighter, and it for me is more of a true blue kart racing experience.
It's a better kart racer than Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World added a lot of things to make it more akin to something like Forza Horizon, but it didn't. But it forgot to add the good parts of Forza Horizon.
I was gonna say, this is like for me the de facto like arcade kart racer that we have right now.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd be more willing to give Sega my money for future DLCs than I would any other kart racer on the platform.
Their DLCs are so good, especially the Minecraft one.
I was gonna say, like, they added, Minecraft's in it, Steve, Joker's in it from Persona. They're adding Mega Man into it. I think there's some other DLCs that haven't been confirmed yet, but were leaked. Hold on.
Pac-Man's already out.
Pac-Man is in it. Is this real? Are we getting
SpongeBob
II?
SquarePants. That's right.
Are we getting II and Knights?
That is rumored currently.
Okay. Something else that I really like too. The developers came out and said that they're willing to kind of go into some deeper cut Sonic characters as DLC for Cross Worlds.
Oh, bro, I really hope we just get the Sega Dreamcast.
So for me, that's really cool because I'm like, oh, we can get like Mighty the Armadillo, we can get Manic and Sonya from Sonic Underground. Like we can get some like really cool. We get some really cool shit into this.
Stop.
Yeah. But to me, I think this game is a culmination of all the best parts of different Sonic racing games throughout the years. Not only just like Transformed and All Stars Racing, but Riders as well. I think they took a lot of the negative things that they learned about those games, retooled it for this, and they have a really solid foundation here, and a really, really good racing game in my opinion. I think it's really enjoyable, and for the first time, like I said, I felt like they've put together a really complete package here in terms of a Sonic racing game. So like if this wasn't something that you tried out this year, I'd at least say, I don't know if the demos are available for it anymore. I know there was like open beta testing before the game came out. But this would be one that, even if you don't agree with me putting it higher on the list, I would say it's definitely one worth your time checking out this year, just because I feel like it's been overlooked by a lot of people unfairly. But I have a lot of fun with it. So.
Okay.
And people seem to agree because it scored pretty high.
Yeah, actually it has pretty favorable user reviews, really. Yeah. So that one's very good. Okay. All right. So I'll just tentatively put Silent Hill and Sonic Crossroads into 3 and 4. We can scramble them around later if we need to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then for the bottom half, we still have to get one off.
Yeah.
And then we got to put in the rest of the 4. So listeners, at least right now, kind of what we're looking at tentatively, Donkey Kong Bonanza still tentatively sitting at 1, Kirby Air Riders 2, Silent Hill 3, Sonic Racing Crossworlds 4, Metroid Prime 4, 5. That's annoying. And then the rest we are still working on the bottom, but maybe Mario Kart World at 10. So that is what things look like. All right, then games we're still playing around with here: Mega Bonk, Pokemon Legends, Final Fantasy, Arc Raiders, and Battlefield 6. So,
yep,
there we go. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think Pokemon Legends should be like 7. No one's speaking. Shit, this is making things so much harder.
Well, no, it's not.
I'm
it's
thinking.
I know it's weird when you decide to put things in like a random spot.
Well, like, I'm looking at the list here, and I'm like, I would rather have something above Pokemon.
But it's easier. It's easier to figure out where to put. Pokemon. It's easier to figure out where to put that though if you have the things that you rather have above or below. Because then we have to think about like, okay, well, is Mega Bonk better than Pokemon? Is Final Fantasy better than Pokemon?
It is, but we're not.
Pokemon? Is Battlefield better than Pokemon? So it's trying to figure out like where those kind of spots are.
Fine. 6. And Nick, I'll let you choose. I'll let you choose. Do you want the remake of Final Fantasy Tactics in 6? Or do you want Funny Vampire Survivors 3D game in 6?
Or do you want Pokemon Legends in 8? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you're like, maybe these two games
that's why we're
going to
figure out. That's why we're going to figure out what 6 is now. So we're going to go figure out what 6 is. That's what I'm saying.
Afraid of 7, from what I've been told.
Huh? Oh, it is
Afraid of 7. 6 is Afraid of 7.
Yeah,
honestly,
7, 8,
it's usually easier for us to get rid of the last thing on the list and then try to arrange them than to try to do it as we go.
Okay, fine. Let's get rid of 9 then. Oh, wait, get rid of the last thing on the list. Okay.
Yeah, get rid of the last thing that's not going to be in the top 10.
All right, what do you think's going to... Listen, my vote's... Fuck.
Say it.
It's Battlefield 6. It's Battlefield 6. It was good for a week, and then they put out a shitty battle royale, and then they ruined the entire fucking game. Boom. There. I don't know why you even put it up here in the first place. It feels like a waste of a nomination.
The multiplayer is really good.
No. I meant it's.
Don't play the fucking Battle Royale.
What?
Don't play the. Why are we playing? First of all, any military Battle Royale in 2026.
Okay.
But like, I wasn't expecting the Battle Royale to be good. That's not when I'm playing Battlefield.
All right. Well, let me play some for you because I know how to win over real quick. Right? Which one's worse? A bank where the voice actors recorded their voices and had them chop and use an AI, and a game that's actually good to go alongside it, or a game where they didn't tell you that they used AI to make the artwork of the actual game, and then ended up using AI to also make the calling cards, the stickers, the backgrounds, and other such things for it, without even telling anyone. And then when people found out and they were like, this is very clearly AI, look at the 6 fingers he has, they were like, no, it isn't, you're stupid. So which one's worse?
We're not talking about Expedition 33.
I'm talking about Battlefield 6, because that's literally what happened.
That was Call of Duty.
So Brandon is so desperate.
It happened in Battlefield 6 also.
Battlefield off this list that he's going to use AI as a weapon with Nick to leverage removing Nick's nomination from the list.
It was your nomination, first of all, Mike.
But I graciously let him use.
You did.
Wow. Not only Brandon disrespect you, he's disrespected me too. Wow. Demonstrable.
Damn, bro. You're so right. You got me. Oh my god.
No, you fell right into it, sucker. Oh man.
Damn, you're so right, man. I'm sorry. You totally
no, but I really
me.
don't care about this game on the list. I already said I was taking it off. So.
Damn, bro. Look at his paws on his left hand.
That's the one I was just looking at. I was like, that's an M4 with 2 barrels. That's crazy.
Exactly. And they kept doing it. And then when people called them out, they called them stupid. It's like, bro, we literally have eyes. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't be a fucking asshole.
Well, then
Call of Duty, shut up.
In that case, we can eliminate both Arc Raiders and Battlefield 6 for AI use, in my opinion. Turned it back on you.
Ah, damn, look at that.
Uno reverse, sucker. Yeah.
So you want to? All right, no.
I really
one
don't.
Disclosed it and the other one didn't. That's all.
I mean, both uses are shitty.
Yeah. All right, what do you want to do, Nick? What do you want to do?
You're trying to fight. I say, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
What do you want to do? Put them up. Put them up. Put them up.
All right. Well, let me tell you the games that I would get rid of.
We have 4 games left in 4 spots.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we have 5 games and 4 spots. That's the issue.
I eliminated both the AI games in my head.
Okay, well then we got to put.
So we have 3 games and 4 spots. All right. Here's my thoughts, at least for some of the things that are still on here. I'm not going to touch Arc Raiders and Battlefield. I'll let you guys sort out where you want to go with those. But I would say if I was going to rank the other 3, I'd probably go Megabonk, Pokemon, Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy I'd rank lower just because it's a remake. I just feel like that just does not need as much. But the other, that's how I would rank them if I was going to put them up there.
I would go Megabonk, Pokemon, Final Fantasy, Arc Raiders. That's what I would do. But Nick ain't gonna let me have that now because I already turned Battlefield against him.
I mean, I didn't nominate Battlefield.
I
was going to say, I'd be okay with, since FF is a remake, either putting that at 9 or swapping it with Mario Kart World at 10. If you want to put Mario Kart World higher than a remake, I'm okay with that as well.
I don't care. Mario Kart World can stay where it is. It's fine.
I think a remake is better than Mario Kart World.
All right. So FF Tactics at 9?
That's fine. Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
There we go. We made progress. We got one more thing. All right. Well, but now the problem is we just made this list higher, so now we're looking at 6, 7, 8.
Yes.
2 games that we think should be in there, and 1 that probably shouldn't be. Although
what did you say yours was, Mike? What was yours? You said.
What was my what? How I
like your your assembly.
I just said that I would have them so at least numerically, Megabonk would be higher than Pokemon, would be higher than Final Fantasy.
Okay.
So I didn't give them numbers. I just kind of gave them like order preference. So I mean, I would be okay with Megabonk at 6 and Pokemon at 7, or 7 and 8, kind of like that. As for the other two that are
So-
kind of lingering around this list, Arc Raiders and Battlefield, like I said, I could not care less for either.
So let me throw something out for both of you to try on.
Mhm.
I know Brandon's very passionate about Arc Raiders, and that's fine. Would you want 6, 7, and 8 to be literally how it stands, Megabonk, Pokemon, and Arc Raiders? And just plug them in like that?
I mean, I can work with that. That's fine.
I'm down for that.
You can get jiggy with that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So at least we'll put them there and we'll take a look at this list and see where things are.
I will concede to you, Brandon, that it's better that one studio told you versus the other one telling you, hey, you guys are stupid.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, either way, I'm like, come on, guys.
And one's art versus one's using a voice bank. That's the other thing that I think is important to recognize. Because those voice actors are being paid still anytime they are used from that voice bank. Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so where the list stands currently, Donkey Kong Bonanza at 1, Kirby Air Riders at 2, Silent Hill F at 3, Sonic Racing Crossworlds at 4, Metroid Prime 4 at 4, Megabonk at 6.
Wait, at 5? Metroid Prime 4 at 5?
Yeah.
I can't even. I just told you I hate it. So I said that last time I went down this. Number 5, Metroid Prime 4. Number 6, Megabonk. Number 7, Pokemon Legends EA. Number 8, Arc Raiders. Number 9, Final Fantasy Tactics. And number 10, Mario Kart World. That's where things are.
Okay. I personally like this list.
He's thinking.
I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like it.
All right, so we're leaving it there?
Do I hear any objections?
I have not a one.
I have
Okay.
none.
All right, so we'll do it one more time, but I'll do it from the bottom to the top this time. So number 10, Mario Kart World. Number 9, Final Fantasy Tactics, The Evil East Chronicles. Number 8, Arc Raiders. Number 7, Pokemon Legends EA. Number 6, Megabonk. Number 5, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Number 4, Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Number 3, Silent Hill F. Number 2, Kirby Air Riders. And number 1, Donkey Kong Bonanza. That would be our game of the year.
Yep, I agree.
Which, does one of you want to talk about it? We've not actually said a thing about Donkey Kong Bonanza, except we just instantly threw it in the list at number 1, and that was all we said about it.
I think that says a lot about for it. That says a lot for it, like, already.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
no, I don't disagree at all. Mm-hmm.
I think, aside from the technical issues, which we have already talked about, Donkey Kong Bonanza is the best platformer that we have had since Mario Odyssey. And I also think, in some respects, is better than Mario Odyssey.
Oh, I definitely think it's better than Mario
I
Odyssey.
agree with
It is probably the best Switch 2 and the killer app Switch 2 game that you can purchase right now.
Oh, yeah. It is,
I remember,
it is definitely the best.
I remember telling my friends when the Switch 2 first came out, I wish it was Donkey Kong that had launched with it and not Mario Kart.
I agree.
It's just a lot of fun, and if you're one of those people that likes to play a game where you want to collect every last little thing, there's a lot of content here for you.
Oh yeah, there's lots of last little things.
Yeah, I mean it's really, really good, and I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did, but yeah, no, I had an absolute blast with it. The music's really good, the level design is beautiful. Like you said, technical issues aside, like the game itself is very pretty as well.
Yes.
I would love to see.
I would love them to have
something.
Been able to put DLSS into this instead of FSR. That's literally the only problem I have with this game. I feel like everything would have been fixed if they used the technology they had on this system, but they didn't.
I do feel like this was a Switch. Well, they did come out and say basically that this was a Switch 1 game that they late in development switched to the Switch 2.
Yes.
And that kind of, I feel, hindered it a bit.
That's the problem and the reason why it's FSR instead of
Yes.
DLSS. And that is a big issue.
Yeah, because they used the Mario Odyssey engine and supposedly just did not support it at all. Yeah. And my guess is probably by the time they switched development to the other system, like it was either start over and rebuild the game or just keep going with what they have. And they just were like, well, just roll with it. So
I will ask you guys, what is your favorite Form song?
Oh, it's definitely the Kong one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Number 2 is Zebra.
Yep, I was gonna say Zebra's awesome.
Zebra's good. I'm trying to remember. Hold on. I think my favorite. It kind of sounds K-poppy. Let me see here. Not ostrich. What are the other forms? It's ostrich,
snake, and elephant.
Oh, it's snake. Snake's my favorite. Snake is for sure.
Snake's
my
also
favorite.
a good one too. I just don't like the snake form that much. That's the problem.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna actually do this because now I'm listening one more time. I really like the ostriches theme. It's really good.
I mean, honestly, all of them are really good.
Yeah,
they are really good.
Mm-hmm. And I really love the creativity that they had between the different levels. Like almost all of them felt so unique compared to each other that didn't really ever. Every time you went to a new layer, you're just like, okay, this is very different. Because you'd be like, oh, I'm at the. You start out with like normal things where they're like canyon and like resort, and then it's like food, and you're like,
yeah.
Wow.
I will say, without getting into spoilers of the final moments of this game, the final like level area of this game where you kind of get like a bigger reveal of things, because I don't want to say
what thing,
genuinely loved that. Loved everything about it. There were certain FX sounds that were happening that I'm like, I'm so happy you guys did this. Like there was a lot of attention to detail that I feel like if you're a long-time Donkey Kong fan, that you'll appreciate the details and little tidbits they threw in here and there.
I agree, and I think too. I think the one thing that surprised me the most is you don't realize how much nostalgia that game carries with it until you get like almost all the way through the game, and you're like, okay, they've had references this whole time.
Yes,
You just really didn't put two and two together until you're like, okay, everything is here. And that was a really nice surprise too. I agree. So I love that final area of the game. I thought that
was very good.
I think the last 4 hours of this game are fantastic, thematically, but performance is a mess.
You definitely fight the game more than the boss.
Good. It's still so good. And really, with me saying performance is a mess, and this is still the best game from last year, I think it's obvious just how good this is.
Yes, 100% agree.
Yeah. Okay. So there we are. You guys ready to move on to personal top 10s?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So I got our list down there so you can make our predictions. And so put your predictions in and then we will go. God bless Nick, because you're gonna have a rough time this
year. This year is gonna be impossible.
Hold on, I'm Googling some things.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to write out Mike's first. Oh man.
I'm way behind on that. Never mind.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
I need this answered right away. Mike, are you counting Switch 2 version of Cyberpunk as releasing this year?
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Alright, I forgot mine's in the blue. Okay. I have noticed Mike has been playing that a lot. I've logged into the Switch over the weekend to play something, and I was like,
loves it.
That's crazy. I would have never.
That's what I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
Fuck. I couldn't type. No, you know what? Fuck that.
2067. Ooh.
Yeah.
Going spicy.
67.
67.
I want to die.
Can never spell this fucking game. Banan.
I know. I just have to spell it out. Bananza. It's Bonanza. Bananza.
I don't even know what to put for Nick at this point. Like, what the fuck do I even put?
I'm gonna say, you're saying it's hard for me. It's hard for you guys.
I know, that's the tricky thing. I have a general idea with what I think might be with Nick, but just because I know which games he's talked about that he's played, but it's hard to guess the order.
I wonder if he'll still put the. No, he won't. He won't do it. He won't do it. You won't. Expedition 33 is not on this list. I know it's not going to be on this list now.
I didn't finish it.
Okay.
Now the zebra song's stuck in my head.
You're welcome.
Oh, zebra.
And I'm thinking,
zebra. There's one part of the Kong song that I love when it kind of goes in that chorus. I can't even think of what it is right now because that will get stuck in my head too eventually. Zebra.
Oh my god!
Zebra.
Oh man, what do I put for Nick? I don't think it's this. So I don't think it's this. So I don't think. You know what? I'm just gonna Hail Mary because I don't fucking know what else you've played.
Fair.
I know
Neither
it's
do
not
I.
that. I don't know. I know it's not that. What did Nick talk about when he was
Where'd
with us?
Your mom.
I'm looking at. Oh.
Oh.
I'm looking at the list that you're writing. Hold on, where is it at?
It's bad.
Okay.
It's really bad.
No, I see.
I can't think of number 2, but I know it's
That's
something
cool.
that's splitting up.
You can't
this.
ask Nick for hints. That's cheating.
I don't want a hint from him. I'm just saying I can't think of anything. You know what?
Try. You know what?
You know what? What are you doing, Mike?
Oh, you never saw Mad TV, the Vancombe lady?
Oh,
She's like,
okay.
I don't remember that.
You know what? I love. I can't even think of the actress's name. I love her.
I only think of Stuart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Stuart's always good too. Yeah, Stuart, Vancombe lady, and I think Lorraine are like the classics.
What do I do? All right, I think this is it. I think I'm done.
Okay.
All
right.
I'm not quite finished yet. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right.
Oh, this is crazy.
Oh,
I do a little bit of news that just came through. I need to tell you this right now.
Oh, okay.
Highguard has removed from its Steam page from the creators of Apex Legends and Titanfall. It's now been removed. That line is no longer on the Steam page.
Oh.
That's crazy.
I would like. I don't know if I do have an honorable mention I want to talk about. When would be appropriate for me to do that?
Like something that's not on your list?
Yes. Well, it's something that's not on my list because it didn't come out this year.
Oh, yeah, so we do it at the end. So
okay, gotcha.
Time after that, after we do our 10s.
All right, I'm good.
All right. Brandon, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I ain't got shit. I don't know what the fuck it is. But I know what the fuck it ain't.
All right. So, let's see. So, Brandon's 3. So, for me, he had my number 1 is Donkey Kong Bonanza, number 2 is Cyberpunk, number 3 is Civ 7. For Nick, he had Kirby Air Riders as 1, Sonic Racing Crossworlds as 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza as 3. Nick, for my top 3, he had Cyberpunk 2077, Civ 7 as number 2, and then Donkey Kong Bonanza for 3. And then for Brandon, he had Arc Raiders as 1, Megabonk as 2, and Skate Story as 3. And then my choices, for Brandon, I had Arc Raiders as 1, The Skate Story as 2, Silent Hill F as 3, and for Nick, I had Kirby Air Raiders as 1, Donkey Kong Bonanza as 2, and Metroid Prime 4 as 3. So that's where we are. All right, we'll get into it. We'll do reverse order, because I think that's usually what I do when we go into this. Yeah. So I'll start off with my 10 first, and then we'll go around from there. So, all right. So number 10s. All right, my first number 10, Mario Kart World.
Wow.
Yep. I stuck it right down there. And actually, I think
no idea what's going to happen now.
It was in the 10th spot, I think, pretty early. So, yeah, I mean, we talked about it a lot during the course of this year. It's a good game. I really enjoyed it for, the first 2 weeks that it was out. And then I really enjoyed the soundtrack for far longer after that, but stopped playing the game. I think it's going to be one of those things that will probably be better down the road whenever they do extra content for it, because it's coming. But at least right now, it is a fun game, but it just did not live up to its potential. That's what I would say. So
fair.
That's where it is. All right, Brandon, you're 10.
My number 10 is Clover Pit because it's such a good game that hits all those dopamine receptors that Balatro did, but with a slot machine.
Okay. Nick.
My number 10 is Battlefield 6.
Ooh, made the list.
First Army game, Call of Duty-ish game that I've played in a long time that I felt was really fun. I've kind of I used to play a lot of those games, and I kind of hard fell off them for a while.
Yeah.
Picked this one up and was having a blast playing with friends. So it felt like I was back in my Battlefield 3 days. It was nice.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 9. This one is a strange one. My lower end of this list is weird. And actually, I interchanged the 9 one a couple times in my head, but what ended up staying there, Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Starcraft World.
Oh.
I know, very strange. I really actually enjoyed the DLC that they had for this game. Along with, I loved Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I thought it was an excellent game. I think it's it is my favorite Kirby game.
It is very good.
And I think Starcraft World was great. It added a bunch of new levels. And I thought they did some nice variety to it. They added some new power-ups. They added some new challenges. So it just really, at the end of the day, just made a great game even better. So nothing bad to say about it. If you've not played Kirby before, this is the game to buy. So
fuck, I just figured out what Nick's number 2 is. Shit. Anyway, okay.
Okay. Brandon, your number 9.
My number 9 is Warriors Abyss. Warriors Abyss is fucking awesome. It is basically Hades, but with all of the Koei Tecmo Warrior games characters in it, and some other Koei Tecmo characters. It's a roguelike where you synergize with different characters, and it's a top-down thing, but instead of getting upgrades for your weapons or your abilities like you do in Hades and Hades 2, you get other characters that join your army, and then those other characters augment the way you fight and make it so your attacks do different things based on the characters that you have in your army. This game's super fun. It was a very late entry, but I spent 9 hours on it in one day, and that's how long it took me to finish the whole game. But it was so fucking good. So, yeah, there you go.
All right. Nick, your number 9?
This one might be a shocker to you guys, but Borderlands 4.
Oh, I forgot about that game.
Yeah. I think I've talked about how much of a hater I was of Borderlands 3 on this podcast. 4 is pretty decent.
It is.
It definitely is the better Borderlands we've gotten in a while. It's a lot of fun. The characters are really fun. My only real gripe with it is the pricing, and that's because Dickhead said that, this game is going to cost this much money. It's not going to go on sale for a super, super long time, and around Christmas time it was on sale for $20 off, so that was pretty lame.
Wow.
But
Brother Man lied to you.
Yeah, he did. But been having a lot of fun with it. So if Borderlands is your thing and you didn't like 3, like myself, might want to consider giving this one a shot. Probably on sale though, because it's been on sale 3 or 4 times and it hasn't even been out a year yet.
Yep. It also hasn't released on Switch 2 yet. It was delayed, and then they were like, "Okay, bye."
It shouldn't come out on Switch 2. It should not.
Yeah, I mean, what was it when people were complaining about their top end PC specs and
Pittsburgh
was like, "Oh yeah,
we could have a whole episode about how much of a dipshit he was about this fucking game.
Yep. The thing about that game is, right, Nick? You listening?
Yeah.
So I have it on PC, so I got to experience the thing, and I didn't have as many issues as I normally do because I have a fairly decent computer. But I had a friend that had it pre-ordered for Switch 2. They canceled it for Switch 2 a week before it was supposed to release. And that friend was very upset, and that's kind of crazy to do that and then delay it inevitably with no further information given. Still, 6-7 months later, don't do it.
All right. So back to me. Number 8, Mario Galaxy 2. I was really happy to see this come back out on a modern system again. I think it looks so much nicer. Mario Galaxy 2 is probably one of my favorite Mario games that there is. So I think it's great. And then, as I talked about on one of the sections of the Game of the Year stuff, I think that this is actually I think it's the definitive control that they have available now between the different systems is on. So I think it's great. I think it looks great. I think it's a lot of fun. If you haven't played Mario Galaxy 2, it is definitely one of the best. So there we are. All right, Brandon.
My number 8 is Skate Story. I think Skate Story is one of the more interesting games that we had in a while. I think Devolver's been on a little bit of a cold streak lately where they haven't really had anything that hit as hard as some of their other like absolute banger titles, but this one broke away from that cold streak, gave us incredible soundtrack, a great world to explore in chunks in between chapters, and a really fun on rails / like pseudo like zone based area to do tricks in, and a super abstract and interesting world just in general to explore. It would have probably been higher on this list if I wrote this list before, or if I played the patch that came out 2 days ago, which added New Game Plus, which it did not have before. So you actually really couldn't go back to those places without restarting the entire game over and starting it over from beginning, which is a bit of an issue, if you will.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why it ended up lower on this list, because there were a lot of moments that I would like to go back and explore more or do more tricks and do like really cool skate videos and everything. But there wasn't really a convenient way to do that unless you saved at every chapter in between so that you could hop back and forth, or you got someone else's save file to be able to do so, until just recently. So this probably would have been higher up on the list if it wasn't for that problem. But between the soundtrack, the world that it's created, the actual very abstract and interesting story, and just the gameplay itself, this was a phenomenal game.
Okay. All right, Nick.
My next one is Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
That game is awesome.
The game was great. If you like .mu stuff, you'll love this. It's same shit, but still really, really good.
Can I tell you something funny?
Yes.
I installed that via Game Pass. I no longer have Game Pass, but I can still boot that game.
Hell yeah, dude. game the system, baby. But I mean, it's literally any .mu beat 'em up that you've played. This is that, but with a Marvel coat of paint. It's very fun. I like it a lot.
It is.
They also added skins for it to Marvel Rivals. So if you're a Marvel Rivals player, that's also on there.
All right. Number 7s. So my number 7, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. I think I talked about it. It was, at least from my wrap-ups, it was my most played game last year, handedly. But it's also a really fucking long game, so that's why. I like Xenoblade games a lot. I think this is probably the weakest of the 4 games that are out. And when it came out originally, it had the most douchebag ending of all time. They fixed that kind of by making the ending somehow even stranger.
Okay.
But at least it's a conclusion instead of a cliffhanger. So it is strange, but it's good. They definitely fixed a lot of the issues that the other game had with pacing and things like that. And they smoothed out the controls and stuff. I think it's a really great playing game. My biggest thing with this is it doesn't have a really strong story. It's really kind of more about exploration. So yeah, that's where it is. All right. Brandon, you're number 7.
My number 7 is Unbeatable. Unbeatable is a excellent game, 2-button / 4-button rhythm game. It plays a lot like a game called Muse Dash and several other games that are on mobile. But the actual story and the quality that comes alongside it is what makes it stand out. That, as well as the very original soundtrack that they have created for this game, and the little in-between moments, like where you're playing the game with the normal gameplay, but you'll go and do things like some Rhythm Heaven beats during cutscenes as well. very awesome game, very interesting and different from many others, and totally worth your time to check out.
Okay. Nick?
My next one is the Oblivion remake.
Oh.
Yes. I would have not played this game if not for the remake. The
remake is still a mess.
I mean, it's a mess, but at least it's not tricking my Xbox into rebooting every time I do something to save memory. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think it's really fun. I liked it, and I like that it's basically going to be a portal to a eventual Fallout 3 or New Vegas remaster as well.
Please.
There's a lot of rumors right now that Bethesda's working on quite a few Fallout remakes.
So there was in the whole court thing with, I think it was when Microsoft was buying Bethesda. Oblivion remake was outed in that. The Fallout 3 remake was outed in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a whole conspiracy. There's a countdown thing on the Fallout TV show's website.
Doesn't that end tonight?
No, it got another week.
Okay. Sorry.
I do not think that's a countdown to a Fallout New Vegas remaster, nor do I think it's a countdown to a Fallout 3 remaster. I don't think it's for New Vegas because they just put out a shitty but a new edition of New Vegas recently. And I don't think Bethesda would drop the Fallout 3 remaster like this. I think it would be more of like an Oblivion remaster out of the blue. This feels a little too, I don't know. I don't see any signs pointing that this is what's going to be coming out when it's that time.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
We know it's coming, but that might
could be
not
like
be
an
next
event,
year.
Maybe, and then that event announces it.
I feel like it might be an event for Fallout 76. Honestly,
Ooh.
if anything.
Ooh. But isn't this season Fallout New Vegas?
It is.
So why would they do Fallout 76?
Because they might add a 76 DLC or something, or a New Vegas DLC to 76 or something.
No. Like 76 isn't bad, but it's just.
But they just put out. It's a pay-to-win bullshit game. But they put out a new version of New Vegas not too long ago that was just the Ultimate Edition with some extra like merchandise. So I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm also not trying to get my hopes up for anything either. So we'll see. I don't know, but yeah,
should know something soon enough.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that one.
All right. My number 6 is Civ 7. So.
Okay. Okay.
So
we just got knocked the fuck out.
Well, you did the same thing to us with your stupid skate story bullshit, Brandon. So
just wait until you find out what my top 3 is.
I'm sure it's something wild. But yeah, I mean, I talked about Civ 7 actually quite a bit in this episode, so I'm not going to spend a lot more time on it. But I really enjoyed it. So
yeah,
I like the changes that they made from 6. And while I enjoyed 6, I think that the pacing and flow of this game is much more enjoyable. And like I said, at least with where things are right now, I think that the first age of the game is just exquisite. Like I could just play through that over and over and over again. I think it's so good. And that's where that is. So okay. Brandon, your turn.
My number 6 is Megabonk.
Damn.
Anyway, so Megabonk is fantastic. It's a
wait. Why did my dumbass put Silent Hill on this list?
It's a great game that I pumped tons of hours into and had an absolute blast playing. Again, it's very much like Risk of Rain 2 meets Vampire Survivors, and it's really fun. It's very much just something I could turn my brain off and play over and over again without even thinking about it, because I kind of just got into like a flow state playing it and pumped just tons and tons and tons of hours into it. Loved all of my time with that game. But there were some others that stood out above it, and simple as that.
Okay. Nick?
My number 6 is Mario Kart World.
Oh, well. I'm surprised you had it so high.
Way higher up than I expected. Damn.
Yeah, no, I know.
Where do you think Mario Kart World is on my list?
Not on
it.
Yeah, you're right.
I just need some games to round out the list. Truthfully,
All right.
No, I don't. So here's the thing.
It's not a bad game.
I don't hate the game. I hate what Nintendo is kind of doing to it. I think it's got some good bones. I think it's got some good structure. I would like to see where they take it. I'm hoping we get some content announced for it this year. But definitely a letdown in terms of the price point and what it offered on launch.
Yeah, especially when they talk such a big game. Like I think we talked about one of the episodes.
Yeah.
Where, like it's $80. We're gonna justify it. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. It's fine. It's not bad, not good. It's fine. And
Yeah.
if my friends want to hop on and play it, I'll hop on and play it. But it's not something I find myself going back to organically or just on my own. I have other things like that I'm doing that with. So
yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Where are we? We are on number 5. My number 5, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. So I really enjoyed this game. I don't remember which category it came up in. I remember talking about it somewhere. But if you like the kind of Warriors games, it's a lot of fun. I think they do a good job of incorporating a lot of the Tears of the Kingdom mechanics into this. And I also think they do a good job of really kind of integrating the lore into this game, because it is supposed to be like a canon game to the series, and also really, I think, ties together Tears of the Kingdom story very well. I think that as a companion to that game, I think it does incredibly well. But I really enjoyed the gameplay that was here. I think my biggest complaint with it is I actually finished everything, and that's just kind of a strange thing for a Warriors game. Generally, I still have just some random things to do, and this I'm done. So I don't know if they're doing like actual DLC for it. They said that they're doing updates, but yeah, I had a great time with it regardless. So that's where it is.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, Brandon, 5 time.
We at number 5.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Whoa.
I've said so much about this game already. You already know how I feel about this game. It's awesome.
Okay. Nick.
Yes.
You're number 5.
My number 5 is Pokemon Legends EA.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
I think this game got way too much hate when it first came out.
I agree.
In comparison, like I said, to Arceus, I think it's definitely lacking. But in terms of an overall experience, I find myself having a lot of fun with it. Again,
it's also the best running Pokemon game we've gotten in like 12 years.
No, yeah, honestly. I do like the Legends series as a side game series. I think this one's a lot of fun. I like the progression in it, which is more than I can say about some previous Pokemon games that I've played as of late.
Yeah.
I like, even though some of them are kind of stupid looking, I do like a lot of the new Mega Evolutions that they've added to it.
I love some of the Mega Evolutions.
Yeah. I'll probably get the DLC eventually, not right now. But maybe if I get bored and I'm like, ooh, maybe I want to play some more Pokemon ZA after I finish the base game, I'll get it. But like I said, I definitely do think this game got way too much just weird complaints when it first came out. This is genuine. Like, for the longest time, everybody was saying how shitty Pokemon games run on the Switch, and we finally get a good running Pokemon game on the Switch, and everybody's, well, the fucking things are 2-dimensional. I don't give a shit. Is Pikachu 2-dimensional? No? Great. That's perfectly fine by me. But, yeah.
And really, too, I mean, they were making the game cross-gen, and at least from everything I heard, it runs pretty solidly on the Switch One, too. Yeah.
It does, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Number 4. We're just going to continue this conversation because my number 4 is Pokemon Legends EA.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, so I guess kind of just to add on to what Nick had said, because we really haven't talked about it this episode. I do agree that this game not as strong as Arceus, but I think part of the reason for that is because I think that they were trying to differentiate Legends from Arceus to some degree. Not necessarily to be like, hey, we're not going this direction, but really just to kind of set up the idea of what they want Legends to be, where it's kind of more of these action-focused side stories that really kind of carry on the lore. And Arceus, I think, really benefited from the exploration and kind of like collection aspect, because that really was the focus there. and really kind of developing those mechanics. Whereas with this one, they really kind of were like, okay, well, you did a lot of that in this game. In this one, we're going to develop the XY lore, and we're going to focus on battling and mega evolutions, because that was a big focus on that generation, which I totally get. I mean, I wish that they had bigger areas to explore. I think that would have benefited it. I think the city's fine. I think it would have been nice if there was just kind of like larger areas maybe outside the city. I think it could have benefited strongly from that. Some other things that I think this game does really well that I know we talked about on some episodes of the podcast, but I don't think it's come up here, even with what you had just said. Because I agree, like it's a great running game, it's a great looking game. Well, for Pokemon, it definitely doesn't break any. It doesn't win any awards in terms of like its artistic approach. Like it is very basic, but it gets the job done.
Yeah.
But one thing I think that it does really well that we really have not seen from Pokemon is the characterization and world building. I think in this game is like leagues beyond what we've seen in a lot of the other Pokemon games.
Oh, I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree.
A lot of the side characters are actually like enjoyable, personable. They're not like flat characters like we're used to seeing. Like I genuinely enjoy like the dialogue a lot of times in this game, which really surprises me. There's some actually funny moments with it. Some of the weaker things though that I think should be mentioned, though, it is very repetitive, and the DLC does kind of add to that as well. There is a lot of repetitive. I feel
though that's a weird complaint with a Pokemon game, because I feel like a large part of the gameplay loop for Pokemon is that repetitiveness. Like you're all like this just kind of comes with the territory
in some aspects. I agree with you. So when we're talking like, hey, we're building a team, you got to catch Pokemon, you got to level up, that kind of stuff, that's expected, and that I'm not talking about. Really, what I'm talking about is kind of like the gatekeeping as you progress through the game, where they're like, oh, hey, you got to survey this area and get whatever amount of points.
Yeah.
And the DLC continues that like trend and makes it even higher. Like the last kind of like DLC mission, it's like, all right, so to go to this area where the last thing that you need to get 100,000 survey points. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's insane.
Yeah, so like it definitely gets to a point where you're just kind of like, okay, this is a lot. But if you pace yourself, like I don't think it's there. But like I agree with what you're saying. Like Pokemon is a lot of repetition, but there's definitely like different degrees with that. And I don't necessarily like strongly count that against it. There are fans too, depending on what you're looking for out of the game, you know, you might find even more. Like the DLC, for example, has a lot of like RNG stuff. So if you're looking for like shinies, then it's going to make it a lot more tedious for you. If you're like me and you're just like, hey, I'm just here to play the story and collect Pokemon, you probably won't run into as many of those issues. So there's that. Overall, I generally really enjoyed it. I think it's probably ended up being, I think, my second most played game last year, if I remember where it was. Because I absolutely loved the core game of this, and I thought it was really good. There's that. I really, like I said, I really enjoyed the Mega Evolutions. I really enjoy kind of what they did with this. And it was actually kind of nice to see Pokemon X and Y really kind of, they never finished that third game, that last piece of that story that they had been doing pretty consistently to that point. And this game, I feel like pretty conclusively, like, all right, they're like, here's the rest of what we wanted to do. Here's where things are going. And I really like that. I thought that was really nice. So I thought it was a nice way to reconnect. But yeah. That's my extra thoughts on Pokemon Legends. So, all right. Brandon, number 4.
My number 4 is Rhythm Doctor. This game is so unique and interesting and just different from any other rhythm game I've probably ever played. The singular button makes it seem like this game is super easy, but it's very, very difficult. It also does a lot of interesting and cool things with your monitors and your computer screens, like the way they like change the orientation and shit like that with the windowed mode. It's so cool. I love this game, and the fact that it has the ability to have custom songs makes it so it's even better. So there you go.
I knew that was going to rank high. Actually, I almost put that in for your number 3, and I was like, no, I'm like, it should be Silent Hill.
It got knocked down by one other thing, but it was until literally recently.
Yeah.
Have you figured it out yet?
Nick, you're number 4.
My number 4, Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
I knew I was wrong. Hello, Hades 2, who's probably going to be number 2. Fuck!
Like I said in the episode, I think this is the best console kart game experience you're gonna get so far this year. I know I keep comparing it to Mario Kart, but really, what else are you gonna compare it to? That's really the only other.
Mario Kart's the king of kart racing games. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the best currently, but that is what everyone compares to, so it makes sense.
You know, if you're like me and you're a longtime fan of like the Sonic racing games, Sonic Riders, all that fun shit, you'll feel right at home with this. It's great, and hopefully we get those deep cut characters really, really soon, because I'm excited to see what they're going to reintroduce into the mainstream.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. And Sega, I feel like they do like to play into nostalgia, so you will get, I'm sure, some really cool stuff. So, all right, we're on the top 3 now.
All right, here we go. Let's see how wrong I am.
Well, I mean, you already got my number 3 wrong, so
I know.
So my number 3, neither of you had it on your list, but I don't think either of you really expected it to probably end up this high. Mine was Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of waffled back and forth on where to stick this game because it definitely has some flaws, but I think that a lot of the stuff that I did want from this game, and actually I think the way that Nick put it when we talked about it last week, I think actually was a really nice way to sum it up, because, you know, it almost is like the best, could be one of the best surprises of the year. It had been in development hell for so long. It was very clear. Like, if you remember when we talked about this game through the course of this year, we were like, something is weird here. It seems like this game got shifted back multiple times just since the announcement of the Switch 2. With weird things like the advertising and the kind of switch around with like the amiibos and things. Like, things just did not seem to line up correctly. So I think for the fact that this game came out in an enjoyable and playable state, I think is good. I think if you'd seen there was some interviews with what's his name, Tanabe? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Tanabe probably, but yeah.
Yeah, so it came out there. This is either this week or last week. I can't remember. But he talked a lot about, you know, kind of the series with where it is, and kind of reflected a lot of what we had kind of suspected, that, you know, the game kind of got stuck in development hell, and they were picking up stuff from where Namco had left off. And there was definitely a point where they got to, and they're like, hey, these are the pieces that we have, and we just have to make them work together. And we'll kind of come back to this with whatever the sequel is. They are looking at, you know, the Silex story as being, you know, a multiple game arc. So we'll likely see that come back again. But the things that I really did enjoy, I thought it was, like I said, I think it had, like, artistically, I think some of the environments in this game were phenomenal looking. I did really like some of the upgrade stuff. I thought some of the upgrade stuff that they did, like items and equipment, I thought was actually some pretty clever ideas. I like the idea of the motorcycle and concept. I don't think it was realized correctly, but I think that if they wanted to return to it at some point, I think that there's some ideas that they probably could.
Yeah, I agree.
Build on there. And when the game did well, it really did well. Like, certain areas, some of the sequences that you go through, or some of the exploration areas, like I think we talked about the ice area where it was kind of almost like Dead Space-esque sometimes. I thought that was, you know, a memorable moment. A lot of the bosses were like truly enjoyable. So they did really have some really high notes. So I'm just hoping that, you know, this was them getting this new retro team getting their feet wet, and now they have the experience under the belt. They're ready to build a more realized game, but we will see. That probably will be.
Can you be really getting your feet wet if you had to like build off of something that already existed that you didn't want to build off of? I think it's going to be a much different game whenever this team is able to make their own. But I think a lot of the missteps of this is from Namco Bandai.
Yeah, and that's my guess. And probably just, you know, they were just kind of like, hey, this is the direction that we wanted to go. And I think I even talked about it too in one of the episodes where we talked about this game. There's definitely some hints in that game where it seems like they were trying to build something in a very open world where you kind of go around and kind of do things on your own pace, and they realized it didn't work, and they're like, nope, we need sequences and we need to retool this.
This was 100% supposed to follow the Tears of the Kingdom formula and Breath of the Wild formula, and then just they We're like, we can't do this. We actually can't do this to this genre. And then they just tried to cobble together whatever they could from that.
Yeah, it was either they couldn't do it or didn't have the time and resources to do it, because it's a lot more to think through. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I do enjoy what's there. I actually think in terms of like Metroid Prime games, I actually think I like it a little bit more than Metroid Prime 3. But not like wildly. So I think I'd probably have them more as like equals.
I think this one's okay, right? But I actually think this is a really good Legend of Zelda game.
Which is also that's also a fair take too. I actually don't disagree with that either. And when you say Zelda 2, much more like Ocarina of Time versus say like Breath of the Wild. But yeah,
exactly.
All right, Brandon,
my number 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Nick, can you say it with me? Have you figured it out yet?
Yeah.
What is it then?
Is it Silent Hill F?
My number 3 is Kirby Air Riders.
Fuck. I got it wrong twice.
Yeah, so I bought this last week, and I've been continuously playing this game. This game is fucking awesome. It brings me back to my days of like playing like arcade style like games, and I love this. It's really good. There's so much to do, and I didn't see that when I played the fucking beta thing.
Like I said, the beta did this game so dirty.
It did. It was awful
it
compared to what this is.
It was not a good representation of what you were going to be getting, and it's just such a good.
It's a feature-complete game with like 6 different modes, and
a
mode that also combines all of them together, and then like online play that works really well, and then so much shit to collect, and then a custom cart mode, and then all this other shit. It's crazy.
I know you definitely did not take that survey from Nintendo where they asked you what you thought about the game after the that one experience though, because then I was like, I really don't like this game, and I'm not buying it. And they were like, but did you know there's like 700 things to unlock? And I'm like,
I did not. I'm
actually. Like, yep. And they're like, well, did you know that there's these other things? And I'm like, yep, I don't care. But Nintendo, but I agree. They really didn't do a good job kind of like telling you all those things unless you want to sit through Sakurai talking about it for an hour.
I was not sitting through a 2-hour like Nintendo Direct, 1 hour each fucking month leading up to the game.
I can admit
after playing the beta, because like the beta showed me, hey, I don't like this, and then like when you came in the other week talking about this and how much you liked it, before we started doing the podcast, I was already like the Game of the Year podcast. I was already like, let me look into this. So I looked into it and I was like, this is interesting. So then I waited until I finally got my refund back from my monitor, and I just bought it digitally on Amazon that night, and then I've been playing it since then.
I can understand why, because anytime Sakurai has a presentation, it's a lot, right? Because like that dude's a nerd, but like in the best ways, and he gets into the nitty gritty about everything, and it's also not something that you can kind of just have on in the background because of the language difference. So I feel
he also approaches it in a way where like he tells you the very interesting bits interspersed between like, you can press only one button in this game, and it's like, okay, you know, I actually added a second button, and it's like, all right.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, it's like, okay, man, I'm really happy for you. You're super happy about this game.
For sure.
And you're very invested in it. But like, I feel like, and I know you're not, but I feel like what you're telling me is just like general, easy to understand knowledge. But then he's like, oh, by the way, you can also do a 360 no scope by fucking doing this shit. Look how cool this fucking shit is. But that's like interspersed in between him doing like the most basic tutorial stuff ever. And it's like, all right, okay.
And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, no, it definitely not represented well enough. But like I said, this was a game I was getting regardless because I played the original to death. And the open beta was not. So, like I said, I guess now, Mike, if you want to try out the full experience, we can share play the game because that update just came out, I think, yesterday.
This is the second best game on Switch 2, easily.
So
only beaten by Donkey Kong.
But yeah, so I'm so glad you bought it. I'm so glad.
I am too. I've been having a blast with it. The only thing I regret is the other day I had to go with Katie to the doctor, and I was like, should I bring my Switch 2 with me? No. And then it lasted like 4 hours, and I was like, I could be playing Kirby!
Like, why? Fair. All right, Nick.
My number 3?
Yep.
It's Metroid Prime 4, baby.
Oh,
yeah. I got the first bullseye of the night.
Will it be the last one? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I got your list pretty good, so we'll see.
I agree with everything you said, and just to add to it, I think this was just a mess for them to kind of cobble together. I think there's a lot of new stuff here that they can build off of. I think there's a lot of stuff that they shouldn't bring into the next title. But after all of the bullshit that game has kind of been through in its long development cycle and changing hands and everything else, I think what they put together was a pretty solid package. And like you said, like when it works and when it's Metroid Prime, it's great. When it's not Metroid Prime, like those lows are pretty low. I've already talked about how I don't really care for the desert area and the things there, but the actual biomes, like that is where the game really, really shines. The boss battles are great. I love the I can't remember the name of the lava place. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can't think of it either. Is it something No, that's Volt Forge.
No,
I know what you're talking about.
Hold on, because I'm just gonna bother me now.
Is it Magma something? They always do Magma.
Flare Pool. So the boss of Flare Pool.
That was a rad boss.
So rad. Probably, honestly, one of my favorite Metroid bosses across the series that I've played. I thought it was just rad as hell.
I remember when you were on the episode the first time, I was the only person who had already finished that. And I think you were just maybe getting to the area. And I was like, I so wanted to talk about it. And I was like, I can't. Because it was a really special moment. It is that boss is the only place I hit like I hit a really strange visual glitch where like the lava disappeared and I was just like floating around.
That was really weird.
Yeah, it was really weird. And then eventually it went away when I got to the second phase, but it was really strange. But yeah.
And I hope for whatever comes next, I just hope they're able to kind of forge a story that makes more sense with Sylux as the antagonist and that whole business, because he really did feel like an afterthought in this whole game. When if you're paying attention at certain parts, like you see things like spying on you in Volt Forge, and you see like there's like different things like throughout the game where I feel like with a little bit more story context and a little bit more fleshing out, it would have been cooler. But it's not a bad game at all. Again, another one of those games that's got way too much flack from the online crowd. And I'm excited to see where they continue with it. I think they could have maybe dropped the Prime moniker and just could have called it Metroid Beyond. I think it's really hard to kind of continue a story continuity-wise when the last entry in the series came out almost 19 years ago. So there's people playing this game now who maybe have only played the Prime 1 remake. And it doesn't really, other than having Sylux in it, doesn't really have a huge connection to the Prime games as a whole. So like that kind of got a little confusing for me anyway. Like I thought that was kind of like a weird decision on their part. But overall, not a bad game. Not something I regretted playing this year. So
okay. All right. Number 2. Cyberpunk 2077 is my number 2.
Nailed it.
Crazy.
Okay, I basically told you this before we even got here. So like if you didn't guess it in the right spot, then that was your problem.
That's so wild to me that this game has resonated with you that hard.
Me and him had a discussion. It was massive. I was like, I was giddy when he told me all about it.
Yeah, I looked out and got it when it was on like the super deep discount, and I saw you freaking out about it. Yeah, and I was like, well, fuck it. I'm like, I might as well try it for $17. I'm like, even if I don't like it, something's good here. And this game really resonated to me. Not just like the gameplay, but like the lore and the universe and like all this stuff. And it's really actually, I think, even more fascinating to me too, considering the last time that we talked about this game was at launch, and it was like just absolute garbage. And so for this game to like really turn itself around and make itself into just like this deeply enjoyable game, I thought that's also a big thing too. There's something else I just was on the tip of my tongue I was going to say about it, and I lost it, and it will probably come back while I'm talking maybe. But yeah, I've sunk over 100 hours in this game already. I have only had it like basically a month.
Damn.
That's crazy.
I've finished all the endings, and I've already started another game just to kind of like slowly just kind of like waddle my way through it and see some different things that I had not seen before. It is so rare for me, and I'm sure both of you guys recognize this, for me to get 100 hours in a game and be like, I still want to play this. Because usually by the time I'm at this point, I'm like, get this thing the fuck away from me. I'm like, I want to play anything else. And honestly, at this point, I'm like, I'm finding myself like pulling myself away from other games to go and just do like mindless stuff in this game. Yeah, there are some shortcomings in it. There are some things that they could do better. But really this game just from top to bottom just has like a really kind of enjoyable story. There's a lot to really experience there. And it's not quite like anything else I think I've really ever seen before. There's just so much unique aspects to this game. I would say at this point, Cyberpunk 2077, probably if I had a theoretical top list of games of all time somewhere, it would probably be somewhere on there.
Wow.
We all loved this game. That is impressive. Like that is
insane.
Crazy to me.
Yeah, man, that's insane.
Yeah,
we all loved this game at different points too. Because like Nick, you liked it when it first came out. Even I liked it at the 2.0 release.
Yes,
a lot. And then now Mike likes it at the Switch 2 release. It's crazy. It transcends. But it's just that good. It really is. And I'm gonna be honest. I've told Mike this already. I think if he likes Cyberpunk, that he will like Fallout 3 in New Vegas. That's what I think.
I could agree
and
with
I
that.
really want him to experience those games too.
If that's the case, then definitely wait for the Fallout 3 remaster, because as somebody who has sunk at least 200 hours in the Fallout 3, the original, like on 360, rough game if you play it in its current state. But yeah, no, if you like Cyberpunk, you will, both of those games, because those are 3 and New Vegas are 2 of my all-time favorite games, and Cyberpunk obviously included in that. So I think like if you like that you will like those. I am curious though as to which one you will like more.
Yeah, I'm a 3 guy.
I definitely would be, if they had to put a remaster, I would definitely consider it. There are some aspects of Fallout that things that I like about Cyberpunk that I don't necessarily think that Fallout has. But we'll see. I mean, it really hit a lot of like things for me. Like, I definitely have like a very particular like sci-fi type that I like. It's kind of like that gritty, like futuristic, as opposed to like Star Trek futuristic. Like I like Star Trek, but
you're you're a Blade Runner kind of guy.
I am also
kind of more on that side of things.
I am too. Blade Runner's fucking awesome.
Did you do the Balatro side quest in it?
No. I forgot about that.
There's a Balatro quest in Cyberpunk 2077 where Jimbo is having you do shit.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But as I say, I've gotten sucked into like all sorts of Cyberpunk stuff. I watched the anime, like on Netflix. I did like all.
Hell yeah!
You watched the anime?
Hell yeah, dude!
We were talking about that last time, right? I told you should try it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What you liked it?
The anime?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought it had a nice. I like the way that the story kind of all wrapped up. I think there definitely it did some good misdirection to kind of keep you there, but it also really did, I think, a good job of like foreshadowing a lot of it as well. So yeah, I think that Yeah, I did really enjoy the anime side of things.
Me and Nick right now are being like, bro, that's my boy. We're like sitting here like high-fiving each other, being like, fuck yeah, dude.
There's also, if you're into it, Mike, if you're really about that life, there is a prequel manga out right now that features.
I haven't watched it yet. I mean, read it yet.
It's called Cyberpunk Madness. Why the fuck I'm blanking on what's her name?
There's also a sequel to the anime coming out, but it's just a different character.
So Cyberpunk Madness is a prequel series by Dark Horse, and it features Rebecca, and it's about her and her brother becoming legendary edge runners.
Oh, interesting.
So if you want to read, it is out.
There's pictures too.
Well, there's a I think there's like a little snippet of it out. The actual book doesn't come out until February 24th. But I'll also link that in the chat below the Jimbo picture as well.
I guess I have to ask this question, since Cyberpunk's been out long enough, and since you put hundreds of hours into it, did you do the side quest for the cult? Like the crazy side quest, like the one that takes like 10 plus hours to finish, and you have to play like a game inside of a game to get like the codes that you need to be able to put them in to the machines to be able to awaken somewhere, and it also gives you a new like vehicle and whatnot. It's crazy what you have to do that side quest.
I don't know what you're talking about. So I don't know if it's just I'm just not the way you're being vague. I'm not sure if it's just not clicking with me in my head, or it's just I'm not familiar with it. I'm not sure.
There is
even like when Nick said the Balatro thing, I was like, I have no clue what this is, and then he said the picture.
There's so much content in the game that it's very easy to miss things.
Yes.
Hold on 1 second.
And some of this stuff too is just it's so contextual that it's like it's very possible you can go and just not even experience it there. Which is awesome, and I think that's one of the things that makes this game really cool. There's a lot of variety that's there.
You get in there, and it's not just like an RPG. Like you can tell it's a living, breathing world where your mileage may vary, but in like the best ways. Like my experience versus Brandon's experience versus your experience hinges solely on our own play styles and the kind of things that we like to do.
Exactly.
So you kind of you forge your own path in it, and like. Brandon said, "Hey, did you do this?" You're like, "Oh, I would have never thought. I would have never gone to that area." Whereas Brandon might have beelined it to some shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and that's the thing too. That's what I talked about when we were talking about the episode originally as well. Like some of the things I really loved was like almost every scenario in this game has like 3 or 4 different ways you can even go in and approach it. Depending on your stats or what kind of things you're proficient with or what kind of weapons and abilities you have, and so you could even just go into one mission and just kind of have like 6 or 7 different ways that we all kind of come through, and I think that's awesome. I like that. So I'm really high on this game, and I'm sure I'll probably end up talking about other.
So what I'm talking about is there are hidden quests in Cyberpunk 2077 that are not on your map anywhere, and this one that I'm talking about is a like secret society and cult that has like a doomsday clock essentially in the game itself, and it leads to a place with a bunch of computers all hooked up, and then there's another computer, and in that computer, like I think it's like the Magenta cult. Is that it? Is that the Magenta?
Oh yeah, there's a Magenta thing.
Yes, that's it. That's it. The Magenta Mystery quest line. There's a big, huge quest line tied to that. It's secret. If you can figure it out on your own, it's really fucking cool. Like, just going through it. But it's a lot. Like, it is a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check and see if I did it or not. I don't remember. I may not have, so some of that doesn't sound familiar, but I'll have to check and see. Because I do not know. But yeah, that is definitely... Yeah, like I love so much about this game. I really have very few negative things to say about it. So, I'm very excited to see what they end up doing with this, and I think that CD Projekt Red did an incredible job pulling this all together. So, yeah. And also too, I should just say, just for Nick, one thing that gave you a disadvantage with this in particular, and Brandon had just talked about it with me, so I knew he knew this. And it's come up in past years too, but I won't put a game that has not like fully exclusive to this year in the number one spot. So that was kind of my thing. I think if I was going to pick my favorite game of this year, it would definitely be Cyberpunk. It would be number one, like hands down. But I'm looking at it like for my own personal game of the year list. I hesitate to put something that's been re-released or remade or revisioned into that number one spot. So that's kind of where it is. So yeah, that's okay. Your number two?
My number two is Silent Hill F. It's Silent Hill F. I think I went on enough to give you guys enough information for why I feel so strongly about this game.
Yeah,
and again,
talk about a lot this episode.
It's true. This is definitely going to be something that's looked back on fondly in the coming years. I do think this is a case of people aren't ready for this game yet, but the people that it clicked with, I think it really clicked with, and I'm one of those people. So,
okay, yeah. All right, Nick. Number two.
My number two is Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah, eat shit, motherfuckers.
Okay.
My number two is Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I'm just gonna lock in my number one right now. I think I'm.
Yeah,
good.
we already. You're right. You win. You're 100% correct.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't know. Do you have anything extra to say about it? I know we talked about it at the end of the.
No, I mean, I like what we have. I'd like to see more of it. That's about it.
Okay. All right. And so we are on our number ones now.
Yep.
Yeah. So my number one, Donkey Kong Bonanza, what I ended up going with. I did really enjoy this game a lot this year as well. And I think I was very similar to a lot of you guys too, where the game grew on me the longer I had been around it. So when it was originally announced, I was kind of like, eh. And then as I started to play it, I'm like, okay, it's growing on me. And then like as I went down the layers, I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. And then you get to the end and you're like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. I think they did a really good job with it. I think that this is actually probably one of my favorite Donkey Kong games, actually, too, when we're speaking of, favorite games from different series. I really enjoy it. I think the music's great. I think the look and feel of the game is great. I think that they did something really creative with it. I like it more than I said Mario Odyssey. And I really kind of like the lore that they kind of stirred up with this game, too. But yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the DLC a lot, too. I just went through and did that DLC event this weekend too. It is definitely not for everyone though, because it's more of a roguelite.
Damn it! I wish I had the money. I'd buy it.
I think it's great. I love it.
At this point, I think I'm tired of just being like, I can't believe that. I just fuck it. I'll buy it.
And then you'll buy it and be like, what is this fucking shit?
Maybe.
I know it's possible, but I think it's a lot of fun just kind of going through there, and they do a very good job of kind of building the skills into each other. And one thing I actually like about the events that they've been doing too is they really end up highlighting some pretty unique strategies to get some good scores for these different things. So I think that's fun. But yeah, it is a huge nostalgia trip. They literally reference I think every single Donkey Kong game in this game.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. Yeah. So
You know what? I'm
Well,
really close to just saying fuck it and buying the DLC.
You just thought Kirby Air Riders.
I have money on Amazon. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what it is. I really enjoyed Donkey Kong Bonanza. I think it's great, and I hope a lot of people enjoyed it as well. So, but yeah, there's those technical issues, but I think we talked about it before too. I did not experience as high of a degree in them in handheld, so I think that does help a little bit. But
that's
there are still there.
We had that discussion.
Yeah, no, we did. I just
smoothed that out.
Yeah.
Because remember, I showed it to you on a video, and you're like, "Jesus Christ!"
Yeah, no, I remember this. I'm just not sure if our listeners do it. I know Nick.
Yeah,
was not here for that. But I know that video showed me was night and day from my experience. So, it definitely was a bit.
And that shows you how important VRR is. VRR is a very good form of technology.
Yeah, and it did what it needed to. So, yeah, it's all right. So, Brandon, you're number one.
My number one is Arc Raiders.
No way!
Yeah, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed, right? Listen, all right? Nick, you've got your hatred for AI, and I do too. We both are there. We're on different levels of it. I think my interactions that I actually had with players in this game outweighs any bullshit AI, because this is the most like Xbox Live early 2000s kind of interactions with players I've had in like 20 years. And it's been really interesting to see the crazy toxic pieces of shit and then the people that will legitimately help you and even team up with you in the middle of a game that were never on your team to begin with, and take you to places to show you what you're looking for. And it was those interactions with real human players that outweighed the element of AI that's used in this game. So much so that I even turned down the NPC voices and at one point turned them off completely and just had on subtitles to ignore the whole thing, and didn't care anyway, because all I was doing was interacting with real players in the game world, which made it feel much more alive and much more like the old days where you had to like actually talk and conversate with players instead of just being in your own little party chat. And that made it feel like a very, genuine experience, and the kind of experience that I haven't had in a multiplayer game in years. And that's what made me so happy about it, because I was able to share that experience with other people that I am never going to see again. But I made the choice to not be an asshole, unlike those other people, and actually help out a shit ton of people, even though I'm never going to speak to them ever again. And I thought that was really cool that you can have that kind of like litmus test where it's like, what kind of person are you going to be in this game? And I even had experiences where like I had people that were complete dicks to me, and then when after they like downed me and everything, they were like, hey bro, you good? And I'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, I'm going to pick you up. You want to join our team? We're going to see how many people we can get together and go kill the rest of the lobby. And I had so many experiences like that where it just became incredibly chaotic, where like they would kill me or down me. They would down me first, and then they would revive me, and they'd be like, now join our resistance. We're going to go take down everyone and steal their shit. And I was like, you know what? Cool, let's do it. It was fun as fuck. Just meeting these people that I'm never going to speak to, but having these little interactions in every single individual game that I played of it, and that other people that played this game with me also would have their own little interactions, made this game so awesome. And I really, really enjoy this game for that reason specifically, alongside the fact that they were upfront about their use of AI. They were as informative as humanly possible. And then on top of all of that, there are so many events that have given free premium currency in this game that I've been able to buy any skin that I want without spending a dime. And other people have ended up, buying the skins or buying this, that, and the other. And the actual monetization is there for people that want to whale out and buy whatever skins they want that are new this week. But also, there are these free things, a lot like Helldivers, where you do the missions and you get the credits and then you cash it in and you get actual premium credits to buy the skins you want and the stuff you want, similar to what Helldivers does. And I think there was a lot of things here that were very well coordinated and planned and thought out in a way that made the game very player friendly. And I love that about this. And it's been a blast to play with friends.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, Nick. Surprise us.
My number one?
Mm-hmm.
Kirby Air Rider.
Bro, come on, let's get on. Let's go play.
Kirby Air Rider. No, this Kirby Air Rider is so.
This goes for both. Let's go play Kirby Air Riders.
This was a game that kind of came out of nowhere. Never thought we were going to get a new version. I honestly thought we were just going to get the original one on NSO. But Sakurai has outdone himself once again and created something truly special with this. And it's just fucking insane, mindless fun that you can just play again and again and again, and it never gets boring.
I agree.
So much shit to unlock. For the first year or so, there's going to be special events going on. The cart customization is really nice. There's a storefront where you can buy people's other customized cards, as you guys probably saw with the.
I bought some.
Chef.
I bought the GameCube one.
There was also a Chef Kawasaki and a Micro Bikini.
I did see that. Did that get taken down? Because I
Yes.
saw that before, but I didn't see it on the shop when I actually got the game.
No, the game is just all sorts of fun, and it's something that I keep going back to again and again and again. My friends want to play tonight, so I might end up playing that tonight.
Ooh, nice.
But I mean, Kirby's just one of those series that have always kind of been special to me. And this game in particular really hammers in almost like the same kind of ways that Donkey Kong Bonanza hammered in on some of the more nostalgia type stuff. You see a lot of return of different villains from Kirby's past games, different representations of like Nightmare in Dreamland, or you see things from like there's a bunch of different things that just kind of get thrown back into this as boss battles. That is a lot of fucking fun. And I love every minute of it. It runs fantastic for all the bullshit that it's got to keep up with. Because let me tell you, when you get in the city trial and you really start getting those upgrades, you start just flying across the screen. Like, fast as fuck, flying through the air.
Oh
like,
god, it's crazy, dude.
And the Switch never skips a beat with it. It's generally like the best running game that has been on the Switch 2 thus far, the most enjoyable game. I love it so much. It's fantastic. And I have to love it if in a year that a Metroid game came out, I'm putting this above that.
Oh yeah. I knew when you talked about it last time. I'm like, this is gonna be like
yeah. Slam dunk. You read me like a book.
Yeah, there was no way it wasn't this.
Yeah. So all right. So there's our top 10s. The way the points came down, you get 2 points if you got the right game in the right spot, like the right rank, and you got 1 point if you just got the right game, but not necessarily the right rank. So, way that this came down, Brandon ended with 7 total points because he got my first and second choices. He got Donkey Kong and Cyberpunk in the right places, and then for Nick, he had Kirby Air Riders in the right place, but was off a spot with Donkey Kong. Nick got 4 points, I think, breaking his streak because I think he won the last 2 years, if I remember.
I think so, yeah.
So you ended with 4 points. You got 2 of my top games just in the wrong spots, and you got Brandon's Arc Raiders in number 1. So that was the other 2, and then I ended up with 9 points because I nailed Nick's top 3. I had all 3 right. And then Brandon, I got Arc Raiders as number 1. I had Silent Hill in the wrong spot. So there you are. So that's that. All right. This is your spot for honorable mentions.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to throw in there?
I definitely have one.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
It's a game I bought back in October and have put 40 hours into. I got into Cult of the Lamb this year. I bought the complete edition that had all the DLCs and have been having a fucking blast with it. And then recently bought the add-on for Woolhaven for the base game as well. It's actually larger than the base game was. And I've been having a shit ton of fun with this game. I'm so sad that I missed this when it first came out because it's so much fun. Have either of you played Cult of the Lamb?
I have.
not.
Mike, you said you have not?
Yeah.
So imagine like Animal Crossing, but there's a roguelike elements in it. You can also sacrifice the villagers that you don't like, or eat them, or marry them if you want to. Or make them procreate, if you will. You
got to say it the same way. You got to say it the same way. They added sex to Cult of the Lamb.
They did add sex.
People were asking for it, and they said, "You know what? You can have it."
What's really crazy is that this game, we all can agree eugenics is bad, right? This game encourages it. So, you want to breed better followers for your cult, you can go ahead and do that. It's got really fun roguelike dungeon elements where they call pilgrimages, where you go through and you're going from room to room, finding new weapons and fighting different enemies. And your main quest for the original game anyway is you defeat 4 gods for another god who you may also maybe have to fight. Who knows? But I've been having a blast with it. I've been playing it so much, and my only gripe with it is do not buy it on the Switch. That game has crashed on me many times because I've learned fast that the Switch cannot handle Cult of the Lamb when you have a more advanced camp setup. So like you can make your own like buildings and things of that nature. And if you have the max amount of campers, which is 20, well, that's not the max. That's not a hard limit, but that's typically the limit for things in the game. But you can go above 20. But if you have 20 or above and a complex camp, the game does not like to stay open for very long on the Switch. So I would recommend it on a different platform, but I'm still having a good time with it anyway. So
Would you say the Switch? Do you mean Switch 2 you're having the crashing on?
well, there's no Switch 2 version.
Oh, so it won't even play on your Switch 2? Or are you just saying the Switch version
I'm playing it
in
on
general?
I'm playing it on my Switch too, but there's the edition that's out is only for the Switch. Like there's no
Okay,
Switch 2.
and it's all right. I got what you're saying. So it's
Yeah.
that version on the Switch 2 is what you're
Yes,
having
yes,
issues
yes,
with.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yep, got it.
But yeah,
Okay.
love that game.
All right. Any other honorable mentions anyone's got?
I do. I
Okay.
do.
Brandon does.
This is actually crazy. No. It's a game that's not out yet. I got to test Racoin Coin Pusher roguelike, and holy shit, was that game fun! It was so much fun.
I did play the beta for that.
Yeah, it was great, wasn't it?
It hasn't quite clicked for me yet. It's fun,
damn.
but the
I 100%ed it.
yeah.
Like legitimately, I put like how many hours do I have in this now?
Wow.
Yeah, I have like fucking 14 from a beta. But anyway, moving on from that, one other thing that I want to mention that is honorable mention, but I'm honorable mentioning a game from 2026 instead. So fuck you, I'm saying it. We're not going back, we're going forward. I played Hytale.
Minecraft 2.
No, it's not. So let me go ahead and put this into perspective very quickly. Hytale is actually more like Terraria than it is Minecraft with the way the actual world is created. But it's like Minecraft if Minecraft had all of the cool mods that people like to install, just part as the base game.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual like combat and like stuff that you can do in it is closer to something you could do in Terraria. It's very good. It's very good actually. It's in its very early stages right now, but there's already so much content in it, and there's so much there that it's just a really good game. I bought it in early access when it released in January like 12th or something. I don't remember what fucking day it was. It was some day early in 2026 that I purchased it, and it's good. It's really good. I've been playing it a lot, like almost every night, pretty much. So
okay,
yeah,
nice. All right. Any other games you guys had to talk about?
I really liked Monster Hunter Wilds until it stopped working. That's the easiest way I can explain that. Like, I really liked Monster Hunter Wilds. I went through the entirety of the single player and then played a lot of the extra, the after content, which is when the game actually starts on PC. But as they release more content, I don't know if you know this, but the more DLC they put out, the worse the game ran. And that's actually by design, by mistake, because they were so shitty at programming it. Even Digital Foundry found out what it does is it continuously checks to see if you have the DLC and never stops checking, which it's supposed to. But within like 5 minutes, you can have like 5,000 checks for the DLC, and that's what drops your frame rate by like 20 FPS over what it should be.
Oh, jeez.
There's a patch coming out for it. I'm not sure if it's out yet, but it made it so as more content came out for the game ran worse and worse, and it became completely unplayable on PC because I wasn't buying any of the extra content because I did not care to. And I really fell off on the game because of that. But it was a very good game. And then the last honorable mention I'll say is I had a lot of dumb fun just playing Ghost of Yotei. it was actually like really enjoyable to just like turn my brain off and play it. But it's very much so just okay. Like it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of fun to just not really think about anything and run around the open world in that game. So
yeah. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Anything else?
Good.
Yeah, I have a list here, but I don't really have anything else to say.
Fair. Okay. Well, let's wrap it up then. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening to us tonight. I hope you enjoyed our Game of the Year 2025, all the stuff that we've done. If you want to listen to our other episodes, you can find us on Stitcher, Google, Amazon, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts, iTunes. I don't know why I forgot that one.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's the big one. Probably the biggest one. That's there. Website game-crunch.com has all of our old episodes. If you want to send us an email, gamecrunchcast@gmail.com. Brandon.
Hi.
Any final thoughts?
No. I got nothing.
Nick?
No, I'm all shagged out.
All right.
Yeah, I'm done.
Well, that said, thanks again, everyone, for listening to us for our Game of the Year and all the fun that we had this year. My name is Mike Anastasia. You can find me online. I'm Clash of Penguin there or on your favorite gaming console. And until next week, game on.
Game on.
All the glitches are patched. All the boss fights are tight. Every menu feels alive. Home. Stack of cases and codes. All my friends in the chat say tonight's the night. Count it down, see the logo shine. Every frame feels like a first time high. Hearts are racing on that start screen glow. Here we go. Game on, it's the game of the year. Every cheer in the room loud and clear. From the first little quest to the credits at dawn, we've been playing all season, now the crown's getting drawn. Game on, every story we steered, every clutch little win we revered. Raise your save class high, this is why we held on. Game Crunch calls it out, shout it proud. Game on. All the side quests we chased, every near final wipe, every late night one more try, every heartbreak reset turned to big brain delight when we nailed that score. Every world that we ran right through, every bug that became something new, all those updates turned to legend runs. Now we're done. Game on, it's the game of the year. Every cheer in the room loud and clear. From the first little quest to the credits at dawn, we've been playing all season, now the crown's getting drawn. Game on, every story we steered, every clutch little win we revered. Raise your save files high, this is why we held on. Game Crunch calls it out, shout it proud. Game on. Here's to nights we forgot to sleep. Group chat pinging in a victory heat. Every laugh, every rage, every go again. All of it led us here, my friend. Game on, it's the game of the year. Every cheer in the room loud and clear. From the first little quest to the credits at dawn, we've been playing all season, now the crown's getting drawn. Game on, every story we steered, every clutch little win we revered. Raise your save files high, this is why we held on. Game Crunch lights it up one more time. Game on.
Okay. There it is.
That was
Yeah.
so fun. That was a good game of the year that lasted. Holy shit, we're almost at 9:30.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I thought we were making good time until we weren't. And that's just kinda how it ended up going.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's where it is. I don't have anything extra. So
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
Okay.
I will see you fellas, I guess, the next time something big happens, or in between there, if a game comes out that I want to talk about.
Yeah,
Okay,
sounds good.
All
Yeah,
right.
Alright.
there's supposedly a Nintendo Direct next week, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, all right, guys, have a good night. Talk
You
to you.
too. Peace out.
All right.